right, so we are good to go, and I got Tyler in the booth with me today.
Hello, everybody.
And of course, Zinni's walking through, scumming.
I'm gonna take a piss. You guys can listen to me fart in here.
Oh, thank you. It's lovely. It's so lovely. Yeah, so I'm gonna mess around with this, make sure our stream's not crazy for the first 4 minutes like last time. So you were mentioning to me before we went on that you thought Standard was really interesting. What are your thoughts on that? Like, what is making it so interesting right now?
Yeah, sure. Well, certainly, right off the bat, like going from a world where Devotion dominated the scene with Mono Black Devotion, Mono Black Control, and Mono Blue Devotion ruling for a couple Pro Tours, and to go from that to a world where 3 color decks are facing off in the finals of the Pro Tour is pretty exciting.
Yeah, I think, like, that's when I actually first started playing Standard, was back at like the Lorwyn Shards Standard,
Right.
which was great.
Very exciting.
It was. Were you playing back then?
I did play some, yeah, not as much Standard.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that was. I always enjoyed that because you could. Like, I know I've said it before, but you could run Demigod of Revenge and Cryptic Command in the same deck, and you just felt good doing it. You
Right.
just felt good doing it.
That is the wonderful thing about a format that supports 3 colors or more, is you just get to cast all of your favorite cards, all the most powerful things.
So do you draft at all, or?
I do, yeah, mostly on Magic Online.
Okay. What I don't know. What's your takes on the draft? On the draftings so far?
It's a lot of fun, that's for sure.
Really, I liked M15 better.
Yeah,
I don't know. I understood it a little better, and I'm just terrible at limited. So
well, Magic's done a great job with the core sets for the last few years, and M15 was no exception. It was just really well put together. I think a lot of people had a lot of fun with it.
yeah. Hey Telly, how you doing? How you doing? I'm gonna type something in chat so you can see shit. Bam. Done. Actually, I just needed to do that so the timer would start after we're going. But yeah. So how are you doing? You got anything fun or interesting going on? This is gonna take too long to respond. It's gonna take way too long. All right, Tyler, we're kicking it back to you.
So yeah, I mean, we're in a 3-color world with Standard now. Tully, if you have any thoughts, join in here. But the Abzan deck, I mean, like was said throughout the Pro Tour coverage, was sort of the favorite, or at least, of course, with Crucifix deck was sort of the favorite coming in, and the Jeskai decks and the Ascendancy decks made a lot of splash. But in the end, of course, with Crucifix and Siege Rhino, which is an incredible card, just took it home.
Yeah, it gets there. It's, I mean, Course of Crucifix is a stupid card,
Yeah.
Especially in the standard form. Why is it 4? Why does it have 4 toughness? Why? That's like,
Yeah.
You could have made it a 3/3 and it would have been a less broken
Right.
card.
It would have been very good.
Yeah.
Would have been played a lot,
But at least Lightning Strike
Absolutely.
answers it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But, yeah, no, and I know there was a lot of talk about Ascendancy going in, and just didn't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, put 1 person in the top 8, which is impressive, but the deck seemed very cobbled together.
Oh, there was 1 person in the top 8?
There was, yeah.
I watched pretty much like up until the top 8, and then I had to go run some errands and do some fun things with my wife. But Telly, you've got a Mardu deck. All that does is tell me that it's red, white, black. Or are you more aggressive? Are you on the mid range? Are you trying to go control, which I want to see. Like I got to in the was it Theros? Yeah, Theros draft or Theros Limited. I got to live the dream and have a Perforos in play, and then activate Elspeth.
What a blast!
I have 3 tokens, and you took 6 damage. Woo!
Yeah.
The warrior deck's supposed to be pretty fast, right? Like, how is that? Why is that doing so bad on the?
Well, like you said, Course of Crucifix, I imagine is that
Yeah, they got the pump on the front
Siege
end.
Rhino. Yeah.
All right, Siege Rhino seems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Between aggro and control.
No, I don't know. I like. Yeah, I hope it just doesn't end up becoming too oppressive. Like what I've been playing a red blue robots deck. With like Rabble Master, Rabblemaster Revoker and Soul Artifact, Doom Engine, all that kind of fun stuff.
Sure.
Which has been doing good because Courser doesn't care about Courser, specifically Doom Engine or an indestructible 5/5 or a flying 5/5.
Right.
I
mean, Doom Engine is a 6/6. Like,
yeah,
4/5s are impressive, but
I mean, Courser can't even block.
oh, sure.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
which is very relevant.
Right.
It's been good against Elspeth. It's some of the mono red decks have had some issues with, but
Okay.
and I'm still trying to figure out how to board appropriately for them.
Sure.
Because I find myself I end up boarding in too much burn, and then using it all on their creatures, and I'm like, all right, well I just completely diluted the deck, and it's kind of shitty now. So just trying to find that good whatever.
Yeah.
The Bioblade is what he's saying, which I could see that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, a couple lords.
To try to be a mid-range deck and compete with the Abzan mid-range deck is tough. I think we'll probably see it continue to do well, but people who go under it or over it, will probably have some success. I mean, the Boss Slide deck or the Mono Black aggro decks, probably see it. Some people have some good results there.
I like the I like that blue-black deck a lot. I thought that was really good.
Yeah,
I was in because I love a control deck. I love
Right.
a good control deck, and that is the definition of a good control. It's one win condition in the entire deck.
right.
So.
Yeah, well, that's one more than even Flock had when he won the Pro Tour. He's certainly well skilled at playing extremely controlling decks, but I suspect when the next set comes out, we'll see control take a much firmer position in the metagame. I mean, even if it's just some additional lands that facilitate some different color variations, but without a 4-mana Wrath, it's this is where we're going to be for a while.
You've got Garrick's Wake, you've got End Hostilities, and you've got that other one that's really expensive that I can't remember the name of. The green
Dune Blast.
Yeah, Dune Blast. Done.
Yeah.
Done. I don't need anything else.
An amazing sideboard card, to be sure. An amazing sideboard card.
And so it's getting we're about 10 minutes over time, so I'm gonna go check to see if we're starting soon or not. So I'll let you ramble on about something.
All right.
However, I will preface this with I gotta keep my backhand strong. So if it's quiet in here, I'll be very sad.
All right.
But
thanks, Gary.
Oni, yes, and we're checking on that now.
Right now, I want to yank a few players.
Oh,
I don't know if you could hear that in the stream. The round did just start. We're going to get a couple players lined up in front of the camera and get rolling any minute here. So we were talking about standard some, talking about results from the Pro Tour and Abzan mid-range, taking it down in the hands of Arilax. A lot of Jeskai wins. The deck sort of seems to defy categorization, but Jeskai mid-rangey good stuff, strong representation alongside the Abzan decks. But now that we're getting started for Legacy, we'll shift some of the conversation there, and the value Rhino, indeed, Gary. the Rhino in Standard. We're just swinging things around in short order. I was talking with some people this past weekend and talking about Rhino. It always seems like when there's one, there seems to be a few, and obviously there's no reason that should be the case, except that when you watch the top 8 of the Pro Tour, and from people's experience, it feels like the first Rhino leads to the second and the third more often than not, which is great when you're the one casting the Rhino, but difficult on the other end. Looks like we do have a couple players sitting down now. They'll be shuffling up, and we'll get rolling with round 1 of Legacy. What deck do I play? I don't have one particular deck. I've played Miracles actually a few weeks ago here. Did pretty well with that. Kind of first time taking that deck out for a spin. You frustrate a lot of people spinning Sensei Divining Top, but it can be a lot of fun. Delver decks, big fan of those as well. Great to see the
taking away your pretty face.
Oh,
We'll have names.
All right. Well, our players are got their starting hands here. It looks like they're resolving mulligans. We did interrupt them, so they were probably already shuffled up. So we're off to the start. Hard to tell with this glare what the land on the right is, but we've got an Underground Sea We'll be getting some players, our players' names here posted in just a minute. Looks like an ancient tomb. And we have a duress here from the player on our left. It looks at a hand of Underground Sea, City of Traders, a Tezzeret, it's one of each Tezzeret, the big and the junior, and a Jace, the Mind Sculptor, and a Thopter Foundry. So certainly some powerful planeswalkers being surveyed by this duress, but at present only one colored mana, which may plague the Tezzeret player here. Looks like Jace has been taken by the duress.
This would have been a fetch. Alright, so Phil looks like he's at 19. Alright. Apologize for this. The store wasn't necessarily on the up and up. Alright, and so let's get some names in here. I'll let you...
So as Ad Nauseam Tendrils is the deck on the left, which facing down this hand, at least the one we saw a minute ago from our Tezzeret player, this could be a very quick game, at least in terms of turns. We might have a little bit of action, but Ponder leads to a shuffle. A shuffle by a fetch land, excuse me. That was a bad duress target. Certainly Jace does not seem like the most relevant card there.
Alright, and then let's see. So, and Peter, I believe, is on Tezzeret.
Yes, we saw a duress earlier that revealed several Tezzerets.
Okay. Well, good for him.
Nope.
Oh, man. We're going to have to...
I agree, Gary. Ants certainly seems to have the advantage here. It's hard in game one that for the Tezzeret deck to have really that many tools to interact. So much of their deck has to be devoted to dealing with board states. Certainly, Peter's hand was great for a long, grindy game, but the Ant player will not really help him out in that regard.
All right. So Phil looks like he's at 18 now. And then have I missed any Ancient Tomb activations?
No, Ancient Tomb has not been used. In fact, Peter hasn't added any mana to his mana pool yet this game.
All right. Well, good for him. I'm not quite sure what's in his hand.
Earlier we saw one of each Tezzeret, a Thopter Foundry, and this City of Traders. It looks like he's considering playing. Looks like he may have drawn a Jace as well.
Yeah, I do see another Jace. Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't have if he can't play anything, there's no reason really to draw out to put out that City of Traders that he's got in hand. Yeah, because I don't think he's got anything. I don't even know if he runs Wormcoil. I think he does, but I'm not 100% on that. So.
Right. Even if he were to draw Wormcoil, it's not likely to be that relevant. And
okay.
Phil continues to shuffle out new lands and cantrips, sculpting a good hand here.
And it's possible that it could be relevant. I'm just going to throw that out there. Maybe with some Lightning Greaves and some whatever that angel was from Ravnica that gave you an extra attack step.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, see? Done. Done,
yeah.
because that's 20 damage right
It
there.
would be quite a lot of damage.
Yes. All right, done. That's how you play this game. I don't know if you're aware, but that's the ideal play. That is what you're striving for every game, no matter what the deck. So anybody that's new to Magic, take me at my word.
It does look like Peter drew an equipment for 2 mana, but looks like it's the boots. Excuse me, the sword.
The sword, yeah.
Rather than the boots. The
I don't think he has any Greaves.
Yeah.
Like even as a mud player, I'm not a fan of Greaves.
Sure.
But it's good. It's good where it needs to be.
Yeah.
Ponder coming down for Phil. Phil going to look at the top 3. Look, we see a Petal, Brainstorm, and something else. You see what the third one was?
We did not see I did not see the third one there. This is Phil's 5th cantrip, and he's not satisfied here. He continues shuffling and searching for something. It may be the case that he has a handful of mana and no way to win the game. By now, you'd expect he's at least found some good cards.
Yeah. How do we know how many cards he's got in hand? Looks like
a full
lot.
grip.
Yeah.
He's did cast a duress, so I think probably 6 cards here, maybe 5 after the land.
Yeah, I'm really. This is really surprising. If lose that land.
So they're playing that City of Traders you mentioned earlier. Came back to haunt him doubly.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't like. it's. I mean, this is fine because I mean, like Peter tops out at 4 mana, more or less.
Sure.
So like, he didn't need to play it, and I guess it saves him 2 life here, and he still has that. But I think that could have been sequenced a little better because he also could have that also would have come into play untapped, and then he would have been able to do
Right. Well, had
other
it
fun stuff.
had it come into play untapped, he'd likely make the sword a 5/5 and start crashing in there. He has to put some sort of pressure on the ad nauseam player.
Or he could play Jace and try to fate seal him out, but I don't know how. Pete has the. Wait, yeah, no, Pete does have a force of will. Yeah, correct.
Likely to be
Correct,
named
Gary
here
Merchant.
if this Cabal Therapy resolves.
I don't. Maybe. I want to see a misdirection come down from Peter. I tried to get fucking Stasis on camera, and Kyle was having nothing of it. All right, so Tezzeret the Seeker, I'm guessing, was called by the therapy because it went to the yard. So
I will say a little surprising, but
all right, so now Peter's gonna have some pressure on him.
we haven't been able to see much of Phil's hand.
Yeah, so Phil just must be getting flooded like crazy because actually he might have played the fetch, but I think he might actually have one more fetch in hand. So he's just kind of going derpa 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 herpa 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 herpa, and so Peter gonna lose 2 life but gain 2 back. So he's gonna stay as it is. This is gonna be really annoying.
Yep, and that sword is equipped here.
To change the life totals. I'm gonna be very sad.
That will be pretty annoying.
Yeah.
I think we can assume that the game will be over in a couple of turns if our ad nauseam player. We should keep track of his life total though in the event that.
So Peter going down to 18.
Yeah, likely to attack for 3 here. Cast the
Chalice on 1.
Yeah, which should be quite good again if Phil's hand is all mana.
So I don't agree with him playing another Thopter Foundry. I don't.
Why is that?
He's got no need to.
Right.
He just play. He just taps 2 more mana and says, "All right, I have 2 more dudes.
Right.
Your clock is getting shorter and shorter. Have fun."
Yeah, he may be thinking of a Tezzeret kill several turns from now, but I agree with you. I don't think that's relevant.
Sloppy.
Sloppy indeed.
Sloppy Peter.
Phil down to 12 from the attack here. Like you said, if he'd used that 2 mana differently last turn, he's down to 10 here, which is quite relevant for an ad nauseam.
Yeah. So, wait. Okay. All right. So here's the issue. So did he just tap?
He just paid 4 to make 4 additional Thopters.
Okay. So he's going to go up to 20.
Yeah.
And the issue there, Phil moved to clean up, but so is that 5, 6, 7?
Looks like 7. Yeah.
So Phil tried to move to clean up, but Peter was like, "Well, wait a second. We got things to do."
Jace
Peter gonna go down
for
to
2 life.
Yeah, Peter gonna go down to 18 off of that ancient tomb. Not that it's gonna matter.
Still has a Force of Will in hand. Peter does.
Yeah.
We don't know much of Phil's hand, but he's been doing nothing for many turns.
Okabakalaka. You did make it for round 1. That's impressive. And we just started. Oh. Claps to you, sir. Claps. But yeah, Sexy Chalice more useful than having it in hand. I'm guessing that's
The Thopter Foundry would be my guess.
Oh, okay. But it's just unneeded. There was 2 more. Like, I mean, it would have put Phil to 3, and especially when you're playing.
He'd be at 1 now from 2 attacks, right?
Yeah, exactly. And when you're playing against somebody that plays ad nauseum, he's actually at 4 because he just fetched. Like, that's a huge difference. I mean, like.
Here's a Lion's Eye Diamond from Phil. Presumably starting off something. We'll see.
So here's the.
Peter's going to go and force a will with that.
All right, so Peter going to go down to 17.
A little surprising to see a force on the diamond, given that Phil has 6 mana otherwise. Here's a second diamond. Storm is 3, 4 from a third diamond. There's the 4th diamond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and Peter had the Force of Will, correct, when Cabal Therapy was called earlier?
He did, so Phil knows about it.
Yeah, so, but, or excuse me, from the duress. Did he have the Force of Will when he was duressed?
No.
No, okay.
There's an Infernal Tutor. Presumably we're going to crack some of these diamonds.
Yeah.
Cracks all of them. 2 Dark Rituals stranded in hand, but Phil's not going to be hurting for mana.
I don't think Phil is fucked. I'm pretty sure he's pretty solid at the moment.
He's going to go ahead and fetch up Past in Flames. It's unlikely that he can lose in this spot.
Yeah, well, it kind of, maybe. Because a lot of his a lot of the shit that he's got in his yard, well, I guess he can cast it. He can still cast it, and it's all going to counter. It's all going to get countered, but it still adds the Storm.
Yeah. He's going to add 6 mana here. He's got 9 total, it looks like, after these diamonds go away.
So Storm is at 5, 6, I believe?
7, actually. 7 from the Past in Flames.
Okay.
4 diamonds, the Force of Will.
It's at 9 now.
Right, so it's lethal tendrils, which are likely to go find in short order.
Yeah, so, alright, so... Yep.
Yeah, so had Peter saved the Force of Will for the Infernal Tutor, this game would have been his, but as it was, he...
Yeah, and like, yeah, and it's also tough because, like, I'm a pretty big believer of Chalice should be on 0 first in Storm matchups.
Sure.
Just because LED is so important to them a lot of times.
Right.
Because, yes, they can storm out and sometimes do some weird things with Infernal Tutor, but most of the time they're relying on LED in order to actually do that. And then when you get the second Chalice, then you put it on 1, and it really locks them out of the game.
Yeah, as it was, it seems like maybe Peter, not casting anything for many turns, wasn't sure how to spend his mana once he was able to. Does he try to kill Phil more quickly?
Yeah.
Does he try to, clog him up? And
and when you're playing against an ad nauseum player, though, I was trying to say or mentioning that earlier was, just every point of damage counts.
Absolutely.
So I don't know, but again, Peter's still relatively new at Tezzeret, so I think it's a live and learn situation for him. Oh gosh, there's the dot. Can't get the dot off the screen. Oh no. Oh, it's there forever. It's there forever.
Fortunately, it shouldn't be there for you at home. We hope you're doing well. We're going into game 2 and round 1 here.
Yep. And so hopefully we'll see some peoples. We'll see some. We actually, if this goes as fast, hopefully we'll get another match on camera. Otherwise, you're probably going to see Tyler's and mine's pretty faces on the screen, and it's going to be very lovely. And you guys should appreciate it quite a bit. Gary Merchant agreeing, don't force the LED when 6 lands are untapped.
Absolutely. Yeah. We certainly saw Phil in that game with mana to spare. Whereas, again, only sort of 1 win condition to actually close things out.
So Spikemo. Spikemore. I'm going to call him Spikemore because I like coming up with nicknames for people in chat, like Okabakalakato. So Spikemore. So we normally have a Death and Taxes player. I think he audibled to Elves this morning when we were chatting. So unless he decided to switch back, which I don't put it past him, we probably do not have we probably don't have the Death and Taxes. If we do, I'll definitely try to get him on camera since we've got a request for it. But I just don't want to make any sort of promises. Stasis does want to go. Stasis will go on camera. They just didn't want to the first round.
All right.
Because superstitions and whatnot.
Well, Stasis and Ralzeric is a cool combination. Once it happens.
See, I did get Spike Mo correct, but I like Spike more. Spike more because then instead of magic, it reminds me of volleyball, and it makes me happy inside because now I've done that.
Yep.
So, what reds? All right. So the question in chat: what red planeswalker right now do you think is the best? My go is Pyromaster.
Sure.
I still, but that also is indicative of the types of decks that I like to play. I like to play control decks that also have red in them, and so getting a free card every turn is quite nice.
It is quite good, yeah.
Yeah, especially because I generally play like lockout type control decks in Modern, and actually Modern's the only place I played with a red planeswalker, I think.
Okay.
And so when I'm not, so if I rip a Blood Moon or a Trinisphere or something, I can just put that into play. Like you're never gonna have like dead cards from Chalker.
Right.
Jesus Christ, if I could talk.
Yeah,
That'd
and in
be a good
Modern,
thing.
there's plenty of really good 1-toughness creatures that Challenger can just mow down.
Oh god, yeah. I mean, I think Sarkin was Dragon Speaker, right? Is that
Yes,
the
the Dragon Speaker.
Yeah. Definitely gives some gives her a run for the money. But I just don't, longevity wise, I got to go Pyromancer.
Yeah, well, certainly for 5 mana in any of the older formats, Sarkin becomes more and more, the things he has to compete with at 5 mana.
Yeah.
Or even at 4 or 3, there's just cards that are much
like
better.
a Godolpho Forge Master, as you can.
Right. Absolutely. A card which can do things much more powerful than Sarkin, as we may see tonight.
I'm trying to think of another 5-drop that Thragtusk seems some stuff in Nick Fit.
Sure.
Batterskull.
Batterskull's
a good one.
Yeah, probably arguably much better than Sarkin. Spike Moa, Johnny Vengeance is an insane red planeswalker. Quite a good one.
Yeah, I didn't even.
If we go
If
back
we're going multicolored here,
Right.
then I can definitely jump on the Ajani train. However, if we're going pure red, it's Tibble. I agree.
Yeah.
It's
we've
Tibble.
got a turn 1 Chalice of the Void here off of City of Traders, which is going to be quite good on the first turn. Last game we saw Phil got to sculpt his hand with many 1-mana cantrips, building up 4 Lion's Eye Diamond, which led to his victory. Here he's stuck on 1 land, likely with multiple blue cantrips in hand, and
Yeah.
Peter could make quick work of it in this game.
Yeah.
Already has a Signet to follow up, no second land, which will make the city die.
And Signet is the one into put 1 into it and it makes a blue and a black, correct?
That's right. Yep.
Talisman's the pan land, right? Okay.
Correct.
So doing that, so 1 more floating, going to play this, and I imagine we're going to see that Thopter come. I would put I guess, does he have Sword? If he doesn't have Sword, I'd probably put Baleful Strix just to get a clock going.
Yeah, might as well draw a card off the Strix. Yeah, he does have a second Signet, though, so Peter does have 4 mana, which is likely to lead to a Planeswalker sooner or later.
So, hey, El Mayo, how you doing? You doing good? I hope you're doing good. So that's just a Tezzeret.
Reduce it, Tezzeret.
Are we putting the elevator up?
I really like just crashing for 5 here, but
I can get behind that. Like, unless he thinks that he can shit out enough artifacts to make it go.
And indeed, he will do that. He'll make the Thopter Foundry a 5/5 and get in there. Phil likely with a couple more draw steps and with that Chalice in play, he's going to need quite the hand.
All right, so Phil's at 15 now, correct?
Yeah, 15, no fetch lands. Do you think he had a Gataxian Probe in hand? But
Odds of him casting it now, probably not.
if he does,
Well,
he may win the game.
Yeah.
But otherwise,
Well, I
agree
mean,
with you.
yeah. And I mean, honestly, it doesn't actually change the clock at all. So, yeah. Because next turn, I hope that Peter, again, swings in with another 5/5.
Chooses to discard it here rather than cast it. I agree with you. He could have cast it for the cantrip. But,
Yeah.
I guess it would get countered by the Chalice, of course. So.
Pete does love to dig with Tez.
It does cost 1, yeah.
So I'm going to leave that because I think that's pretty. That's
certainly
pretty
clear.
I think, yeah. So Phil going to go down to 5. So we might actually see game 3
very quickly here.
Yeah.
Technically, the city isn't dead yet. Peter could be fetching with the trigger on the stack, but
Yeah. Yeah. So.
but unlikely to matter. Looks like they are discussing that right now.
I mean, he did need to tap it for mana before he put the land in play.
No, the trigger.
I guess
will,
in response to the trigger.
Absolutely.
Okay, sure. I haven't tried that yet on Moto. I don't want to because I also found out that it's incredibly. All right, so here's the Tezzeret the Seeker. Because I also found out it's incredibly difficult on Moto to, in my particular case, playing Mud. Peter actually had 19 because of the fetch, but and Tezzeret. Okay, beautiful. I like it. that should shut Phil out of the game.
He tried to show us a few cards. We couldn't see him.
Yeah.
Probably a winning hand had that Chalice for 1 not come down.
Yeah. But kill it to work. Kill
Killa at work. I wonder if there is a verdict on
see,
that
you can
night.
read these. I can never read these.
Well, Killa and I go way back. He's a
okay.
good friend.
All right.
So,
Well, there you go.
we'll try to find a verdict for you, Killa. But,
So
no promises.
Peter used to play Burn as well as Nathan, and I don't think either one of them. Well, obviously Peter is not playing Burn, unless he's got a very, very good transformational sideboard, and I question if he's got more than 15 cards. But okay, so there was a question. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Moto. Got a gripe with it. I have a Cavern of Souls. I tap it to make something uncounterable.
Okay.
All right, but I got to use some of the mana that I made with Metalworker, and it won't let me do it. It doesn't let me order the mana correctly.
That is pretty awkward.
So then I have to use, like, let's say it's a Lodestone Golem. I have to use the 4 mana, and it won't let me use the uncounterable Golem mana. And I hate it. It's stupid.
That is a bummer. Lodestone Golem is something you want.
However, you can play a Chalice on 2 through a Trinosphere, or a Chalice on 1, paying only 2 mana, even if you have a Trinosphere out. So you got to be a good guy, and you got to go ahead and tap that 3rd land. Otherwise, you're just cheating. And so there was a question in here. Okabaka Takato wants to trade stuff. Come on, Okabaka Bakato. I thought your question for us made me feel special inside, and now I just feel dead inside.
Yeah.
Tyler, how do you feel?
Not dead inside.
Not
but,
dead. No,
yeah, upset that you would try to trade in the chat for the stream.
No, I don't care about that. I just wanted a question for me. I saw a question mark.
Can't have both things open. That is difficult. Mobile devices aren't there yet.
For wait, what?
He's trying to trade and watch the stream on his phone.
Oh yeah, it's tough.
Difficult.
It's
So
just get 2 phones. I have 2 phones.
There you go. 2 data plans as well.
Yeah, you get a job at a company that they give you a work phone.
Right.
You're not quite sure why they give you a work phone because you don't really use it, but you have it, so you watch Twitch on it because you have 5 gigs of data every month that you just get to use.
Why not? Why not? Those gigs are just going to go to waste otherwise.
So is Peter mulliganing here? Did you notice?
It does look like Peter is mulliganing.
Okay.
Actually, I don't. Maybe he never finished shuffling here.
Yeah.
Phil would be looking at his hand otherwise.
Get my refunds. Gary Merchant, what am I getting refunds for?
For your Cavern of Souls troubles.
Oh.
And Moto.
Oh wait, you can get refunds?
If you want to go through a lot of hassle, I think you can get refunds. Maybe people out in the stream have had better luck than I have, but when I've had issues on Moto and tried to get refunds,
mind blown.
it is not worth the time.
So wait, are you going to Wizards?
Yeah, you have to go through their website, and there's a sequence of steps, and like I said, I've never really fought through it, but
All right.
but it is possible. There is.
Do you still get to keep the cards?
Now it looks like Peter is mulliganing. Keeping the cards, yeah, sure. I think. Actually, I don't know how it works out.
I still want to try to game the system with buying all the standard cards and getting sets and just keep that train going. But
Right.
it seems might be hard. I do like 2 things on Moto. It's play mud and then make really janky decks in standard and modern and play those and laugh about it while drinking and streaming. So that's about what I do. I'm on Okabaka Lakato on Wi-Fi. They owe me 3 drafts I'm still fighting for. You can get a refund for a draft?
Yeah, well, sure. Right? If you believe that you might have won, or there was some prize that you would have gotten to had some glitch not happen, they'll.
Oh man!
But again, like Ukubalto has said,
It's
Okolakabakalat.
well, it's actually Cobalt. Which was pointed out last stream, but I refused to call him that. I refused to be like Cobalt because it's just easier to go Ukabaka Lakato.
Yeah.
It's just less syllables that way than Cobalt. Yeah.
Right.
Peter mulliganing to what seems to be oblivion here.
He has been shuffling for a while.
Yeah. You file for redemption. If you still win prizes, they pretty much laugh at you. All right. I mean, MTGO is like the back alley of Wizards. They're like, we're gonna produce a lot of drugs. Oh, was he just shuffling the entire time?
He was just shuffling. Yeah.
Oh,
he's,
dear
he's,
God.
He's on 6 cards here.
Dear God, Peter.
Hard to make out his hand.
Peter becoming a true legacy player by shuffling Phoenix.
Ad nauseum, you might say.
Hey!
Yeah, the first one of the night, folks.
Oh, good.
$45, yeah.
That's
I agree with you, Mark. Wizards does treat Moto like the back alley, but you know they.
I've invested way too much money to stop playing on there, so I will always play. However, I wish the UI was better. I wish the
Right.
I wish everything about it was better. That being said, I'll digress and say that I will still continue playing it no matter what they do. So,
which they know, and
yeah,
also
because like, oh, you have like that's what I understand like when you like people like Kibler are like advocating to stop playing MTGO. Like I understand like what he's saying. However, like for people that have invested like thousands of dollars into this like program. That's like the average person that's not winning tens of thousands of dollars and has a lucrative game design career. Like that's a lot harder pill to swallow.
right.
So
Absolutely.
like no, I'm not gonna just step away from lots of money that I dumped into this stupid non-existent thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Sunk cost is a powerful thing. It gets us all the time.
wait. Oh, geez, Okabakalakato. I'm sorry. You didn't put a question mark. How am I supposed to know that that's a question? What is your Halloween costume? Jeez. I look for the question marks. You gotta go fast. You gotta go fast.
Yeah.
Or I look at fast. Everybody's fast.
Everybody's fast.
I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Halloween costume. I don't know. My wife's going as a mermaid, so I believe I'm going to be a fisherman.
Makes sense.
We gotta figure that out. If I could somehow lose about 50 pounds, I'd probably go as Venom.
All right.
Uh,
Also known to gallivant with mermaids.
yeah, okay. Yeah?
Yeah.
Really?
No.
No, I was like, oh, I don't necessarily know a lot. Smash Brothers, yeah, they're gonna, Telly, he does like to mulligan.
Peter down to 4 cards here. We'll see
Get
if
it.
he's able to
Get
keep
it.
here.
You can do it.
Phil's 7 card in hand. Looks like he has
Oh,
a couple lands.
there's a
there, Jace.
land. There's a land. You keep that. You keep that.
Yeah,
Phil's probably like, yeah.
Phil probably imagines his chances to be pretty good here. Ad nauseum versus Tezzeret with a 4 card in hand.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta be happy.
Sometimes.
You gotta be happy. Smash Brothers coming out soon. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Smash Brothers always a good time.
Always fun. Always fun, especially as I've gotten older and I've discovered alcohol.
Sure.
It's a better time.
Yeah.
It's
They feed each other pretty well. Smash Brothers.
yes.
And booze.
And junk food. And Mountain Dew.
There you go.
And I don't really like Mountain Dew. I don't
No.
understand the Mountain Dew culture and like the Mountain Dew phenomenon in nerd culture. I can't play now, El Mayo, and you should be watching stream. See, now El Mayo is trying to take people away. I can't condone this. not at all. Especially since I can't play.
Phil's going to pay 2 mana here for a Dark Confidant. So, interesting choice. Will mean he needs a slightly smaller storm count to win the game after a couple attacks and
Okay.
draw him some cards.
All right, so both players at 19 after fetches on both sides. Dark Confidant, your opinion?
Yeah, I'm a little surprised to see it here, but Phil's must be valuing kind of a grindy game where he can attack Peter from a different angle. Dark Confidant certainly will do that.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know. And I kind of agree with Telly in chat here that if you mulled a 4 against Ant, you just pick him up. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it is possible, I guess, to get to like the ideal 4, but you're gonna be hard pressed.
It's going to be tough. I'm not even sure what your ideal 4 is here. That said, Peter probably is close to it here with 2 lands and a
Chalice,
Signet.
Chalice, land. Actually, Chalice, Soul Land, whatever you want.
Sure.
And then you go Chalice on 0, Chalice on 1, and go.
Right. Yeah, it is interesting. Phil did not play any 0-drop mana artifacts on his first turn. Maybe he didn't have one, but with the fear of Chalice and being on the play, maybe he might have taken advantage of that.
This isn't like Peter's not in the worst spot for mulling to 4.
Not at all.
Both of those planeswalkers are going to help him dig and hopefully find something. I think he takes the Jace. How do you feel about that?
I think that's probably the right choice. So if you take the Jace, Peter's best play here is to play Tezzeret and likely tick it up. The Jace, on the other hand, can come down and bounce the Dark Confidant right away, which is a big tempo swing.
All right, so he played a Sunken Runes here instead of the Seed of Synod.
Yeah.
Do not like that.
Well, not at all, yeah.
Yeah, because I want that Seed of Synod in play so it doesn't have summoning sickness.
Sure.
And I can play around, because, I mean, Phil, he's playing Ant. We've seen him on the stream before where he's played, did we miss, I think we did miss at least
An attack here?
one Confidant trigger.
Yes.
I haven't actually seen him attack. I could be wrong. Chat, tell me if I'm wrong.
I think he did attack last.
Okay, maybe you're wrong.
No.
Maybe wrong. Maybe you're wrong. Okay. Yeah, so it doesn't have summoning sickness, and because we've seen Phil on stream before have abrupt decay, that's something that you need to be mildly aware about and playing around. So by getting that Seed the Synod out, you can play it out here. Tezzeret still comes out, he gets to take up, but then you have a 5/5 that gets to swing next turn.
Right.
That can't be abrupt decayed. But can you see my posts now? I don't. What do you? Maybe. I don't know. What posts are you talking about? I'm not quite sure.
Phil with a main phase brainstorm here, the best.
Trying to do something.
Best kind, of course. He goes in and attacks Peter, likely with a thought that the storm count to Tendrils him out here is more important than the trying to chisel away at Tezzeret.
Yeah. Dr. Derp, haven't seen you in forever. Jeez. Where have you been? I needed my mud support sometimes. Oh, ad nauseam. All right, so
second main here we have a dark ritual ad nauseum.
So Storm's what at 3? So 2.
It's at 4 from the brainstorm, I think, as well.
Oh, because it's the entire turn.
Right.
Yeah.
So we got 2 abrupt decays, a couple of Gataxian probes.
So 4, 5, 6 right now.
6 total.
Sitting at 12.
Plenty of room to go. Surprised to see Phil deliberating here. I would just start flipping over cards.
Yeah, so Phil last time on camera as well showed that he didn't necessarily want to go super deep with his ad nauseum.
Okay.
And so I'm wondering if he just doesn't have the ability to go off right now, and he's worried about, like, I'm not quite sure.
Well, he flips a Ponder as one more card and promptly takes them. It may be that Phil can just win outright here.
Yeah, it's quite possible.
Although casting the Ponder suggests otherwise.
Yeah, he's... Oh, well, there's the LED. So if he can't... Well, I think that was an LED. It could be wrong. Oh, man. All right, but... So he's just shuffling. So maybe the LED must not have been in there.
Yep. Well, interesting to see Phil take this line. Maybe he thinks he has a win lined up next turn, and he doesn't want to die to, I'm not sure what, but...
Yeah, I don't... Alright, so it was a Lotus... Okay, so it's Lotus Petal, apparently, not a... Alright, so Phil's at 11, which is... I don't know. See, and again, he's got 2 abrupt decays in hand now, so like even more relevant for that Seed the Synod.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree with you that Seed the Synod should be in play. Phil is in some small danger here, of getting attacked for 5 next turn, and he could flip something like Ad Nauseam or Tendrils next turn, but even then he has life points to spare.
So, do you agree with him pitching both abrupt decays there?
With the thought being that he's winning next turn, I guess that makes sense.
Okay, sure.
He doesn't seem like he's... But if he's going to have to play a grindy game...
Yeah. If Peter shat out like 5 artifacts right now, actually he wouldn't even need that. He's got... Okay, he's got
needs 1 turn away from
2... Right? No. Tezzeret ults at 4.
Just at 4.
Yeah. So he's got 2. So if he shat out 3 or 4 more artifacts, he'd have something.
Yep.
So,
He does have only 2 cards in hand, though. So.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm being a little facetious. Little facetious. So I'm not. Thank you, Dr. Derp. You've been missed, man. You've been missed. He's like because normally when I try to talk about mud, I get shut down. So you're new here. You haven't figured that out yet. Dr. Derp always backs me up, so I always appreciate it.
Mud is a cool deck. You get to play an 11/11 Infect again.
Oh, I do, and it makes me happy every time I do it.
Give him haste.
That's not how I win every time, but
it's like Dos Equis.
Yeah, but when I do, I smile. Do we sponsor people on Moto? I wish. We are unfortunately not that big yet.
Chalice for 0. You talked about this earlier, Mark, and it's could really put a
we'll see
stink in Phil's plans.
All right.
He's free from Dark Confidant for a turn. Looks like he drew another land, so 2 lands drawn for Phil this turn.
So let's see. Yeah, Telly, we're still trying to figure out the modern coverage, but I am definitely hoping that we'll have that up here sooner than later.
The Taxiing Probe for 0 mana spent does get around Chalice, because of course it costs 1.
Yep.
Force and Baleful Strix are in the hand of Peter, so he's had quite the draw for a 4-card hand.
Yep.
He has a Force with the blue card for it.
Going down to 7, so if Peter forces correctly here, this is just game.
This game could be over.
Yeah. Assuming Peter has another artifact in hand.
Sure. If Phil has something like Cabal Therapy, they could easily turn Peter's Force off, but
All right,
you would think he'd cast that by now.
Yeah, I don't. And I wonder if we have life totals correct, because I'm pretty sure we do, but we might be at 1 or 2 points off on Phil's life. Peter's I'm pretty confident about,
Yep.
but Okabaka Lakato, we would certainly sponsor you. However, we have 0, like literally nothing I can give you. So it would just be you putting our name on your overlay. Which sounds like a sweet deal for me and the rest of the WUBRG team, but not so much for you. And I don't know if I would necessarily do that to you. Give us some time when we get a little bit more organized and telly on the as far as like other format coverage. Once we get a few more commentators under our belts, that is something that we're definitely going to be doing. Free pens, spike more. I like it. I like it. I got a T-shirt made. I think it.
There you go.
Yeah, it was good things. Good things. I like that T-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna get some more made for the GP. We're gonna walk around and we're gonna do jumping jacks.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, it's a pretty good idea. I like it. Ticks. Psh, I've dumped way too much money just into getting this up and running. At some point, Okabaka Lakato, I'll remember it, and we'll talk. Probably not for a long time, though. I'll just be honest. Given our current rate of growth, and where we need to be, and the amount of debt that I'm in.
There you go.
For this stream specifically.
Looks like Phil may be considering an Abrupt Decay if he has a third one here for the Chalice, hoping to go off with his mana artifacts.
And
that is
all right, there we go. All right, that makes a lot more sense. Getting rid of you can't force that. You could misdirect it.
You could.
Yep.
That Dark Confidant. So 2 Lotus Petals, recoup, fill the mana from the Abrupt Decay.
Yeah. So 6 Storm, which is enough. He needs to get to 7 Storm. 7. There he goes. All right. So if he's, win. All right.
So Phil cast the Tendrils. We believe Storm is 7, which means there's 8 copies of this. With Peter able to counter 1 of them, costing him a life. He's short. He can just cast the Force of Will here, but even then, if we have the count right, it should be game.
All right.
So it looks like Phil is explaining now.
Now that there's. Oh,
maybe we have the life totals wrong.
Let me give you a life count real quick.
We could have missed the attack. Obviously, an interesting position here now, where Peter should be able to make a 5/5, except a Baleful Strix as well. Could turn this game around.
All right, so
How much is Peter at?
Peter is at 18, or excuse me, at 1,
Peter is at 1.
and Phil is at 18.
An incredible position here now, where Phil could manage to squeak this out. He has 1 card in hand, and if it's a Past in Flames, then well, that'll probably be the end of the game.
Yeah.
But otherwise, we're going to see Peter come back with some 5/5s here and maybe turn things around.
No, I don't even think you go for 5/5s. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4?
4 or 5. Looks like 5 artifacts.
5. Where are you getting the
No,
fifth
no,
one?
no, you're at 4.
4. All right, so Phil gonna go down to 10. Peter gonna go up to 9. This is a very interesting matchup. Do we see? Okay, it was land flip
It was
to
a land for the Dark Confidant.
Okay.
So Peter still has a Tezzeret and is immune to attacks from that Dark Confidant present.
Oh wow.
Opposites to say go.
Oh gosh, this is great. And like, do you think Phil had 4 abrupt decays in the board?
To see 3 of them here, you'd think he has the 4th one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's a chalice. So you could play chalice on 4 technically.
Sure.
And does he have enough mana to do that?
I think he's a couple short.
He's one short.
1 short.
So he's just putting it at 0, which is fine.
Yep.
And he's gonna dig.
Probably wants to dig first before he puts the chalice down. And he misses, so.
See, this is
there.
yeah. I would have.
He's gonna go to attack here, which is really bold.
Yeah, I would not have done that.
He's just gonna lose his Tezzeret to the Dark Confidant on the swing back.
Yeah, and like I would have put him on a 2-turn clock.
Another Dark Confidant revealed here to the first in play. Phil down to 7.
Yeah.
And Tezzeret falls.
I would have made the flyer a 5/5, gotten across, put Phil to 5.
Right.
He'd be at 3 right now. And say, fuck you, Tezzeret, like, I don't need you to live. Like,
Yep. Just kill him with the Baleful Strix the following turn.
yeah. Puts him on a 2-turn clock.
Yep.
So, and I mean, that he at that point, like, or if you wanted to play around Abrupt Decay, you could do it to see the Synod.
Right. Does allow Dark Confidant to chump block, but you probably
Which is
with
fine.
that. Transfer here, a big draw.
That's going to hurt. However, in this situation, Dark Confidant races pretty
Did Peter
quickly.
take an attack here that we missed?
So, yeah, 3. So, he's... However, his own Dark Confidant might end up killing him.
Yeah, I believe Peter's at 7 here from the attack last turn.
No, Tezzeret.
Oh, Tezzeret, of course.
Hit Tezzeret. So Tezzeret went dead.
Another attack for 2. Okay, this time dropping Peter down
Oh, wow.
to 7.
Wow, this game has been good.
So Phil dead in 4 attacks, Peter dead in 4 attacks, but of course Phil may just die to his Dark Confidant. Transfer.
Oh, wow.
I like that hurt Phil the most.
Yeah.
Spending 3 mana here.
Wow.
His own Dark Confidant.
Bold. Oh, flashing it back. All right. I was like, that's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it pays off for him.
Place Cabal Therapy for 3 mana and
Yep.
sacrifice Dark Confidant.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think you... Ooh. See, I almost just sacrificed the Dark Confidant that's already in play.
Reveals.
Oh. All right, so he targeted himself. Let's see what he's discarding. I imagine it's something.
Reveals a hand of Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual.
Oh, okay, so he purposely missed. I think he's just trolling the stream. Or just like, he's just wanting to do that to show this hand because he had nothing else he could do. Oh man, this is... See, but he could have just gotten rid of his Dark Confidant and then given himself 4 turns to get out of this. So, like... I think he might just be a little disheartened. I mean, the hands in the face tell me that he's not happy with how this has gone.
And it's possible Phil miscounted on the turn that he went on for Tendrils. He was calculating for a while, so he seemed pretty unsurprised when the game continued.
Yeah.
Peter at 1, but no way to know for sure here. He did know about the Force of Will that turn, so.
Yeah.
Does seem like with Burning Wish or a second Tendrils, or
Brainstorm,
even a Past
sure.
in Flames. Here, Phil could have coupled something together last turn. Even through the
Yeah, this
Trinisphere.
is. Oh, picking it up. Now we can't see his
Yeah, I
hand.
can't
I mean,
see.
not that. I mean, he can only. If he's got a land in hand, so he could theoretically cast 2 things this turn.
Yeah.
Not
he does get to
enough.
protect himself from Dark Confidant next turn.
Oh, did we see another?
No, but he'll put back a 0 on top of his deck. So
Oh, yeah, that's a thing.
yeah. Save him a couple life. At least he knows what's coming.
Yeah.
He can even set up the next 2 draws potentially here with lands,
So-
or only 1. So
Yeah, I was about to say, because if Peter rips a Jace,
yeah.
then that gets interesting.
Peter has many draws here that are good.
Yeah.
Another Tezzeret will win on the spot with most likely making Seed of the Synod.
Yeah.
5/5.
Not when you tap it, though.
Looks like a
Transmute artifact. Okay.
Spending 0 mana. No, he needs to pay the mana here before he searches, presumably. If he wants to get to
I think the wording is a little weird. I think you get to.
Is it when it comes into play?
Yeah,
It's like they're discussing that now. Oh, he spends
so
1 mana.
I'm guessing what he's going to go get is the sword to
Right.
equip, and then give it a slightly make his clock 1 turn faster,
Put Phil to 1 this turn.
which I think is good because then he can't even crack. Phil can't crack his fetches.
Right.
Um,
Oh, he's spending 3 mana for the Trinisphere, of course.
okay. Yeah. Okay. So
So Peter is going to try to put a Loathsome Golem into play.
yeah.
Spending 4 mana, it looks like.
Okay. So is that how does Trinisphere read? I mean, how does Transmute
I
Artifact
believe
read?
you have to pay the difference in the cost of
that's,
the.
that's what I thought. I was like, all right, well,
in this case, would be 4 mana for the Loathsome Golem.
yes, which he has the mana to do.
He
So like,
does.
that's not an issue. He just needs to do it.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So
Yeah, Dr. Derp, it could very well be a good game here once this Loathsome Golem settles into play.
yeah. All right. We can do this.
Peter does have to pay 1 life to fetch with the Florida Delta, but
Does he really? All right. I thought he had enough.
he does. The way Transmute Artifact reads, I'm surprised he gets to fetch right now. I mean, the card is resolving. I believe he
Yeah,
has
so
to pay
let's-
the mana.
Let's that was like. I'm looking up the actual text on there. Come on now. Come on now.
So Dark Confidant does reveal a polluted Delta.
Well, that's lucky.
Yeah.
Something tells me that, like you said, kind of put it on top there.
Does seem like that. He does shuffle before drawing the second card, so didn't like whatever he put back.
Did he crack a fetch? Yeah, so he's at
He did.
2.
He's at 1, I believe, from the Bellatrix attack as well.
Oh, okay,
Did I
yeah,
miss
yeah.
that? So Phil down to 1. Cannot play and crack another fetch here.
Yeah. But just to back it up a little bit, the text on Transmute Artifact, as an additional cost to cast Transmute Artifact, sacrifice an artifact. Okay, so you just have to sacrifice the artifact as part of the cost.
Right.
Search your library for an artifact card. If that card's converted mana cost is less than or equal to the sacrificed converted, if it's less than or equal to the sacrificed, you have to pay the difference when it's put. Before you put it onto the battlefield. Yeah.
So that's it. Phil's going to extend the hand and reveal several mana effects and Infernal Tutor, but not good enough with this Trinisphere and Loathsome Golem in play.
Sometimes you get there, and you get some good.
Peter on a mulligan to 4 takes it down.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Very exciting fashion.
All right, so I'm gonna go make sure that we don't have a foo bar like we did first round,
All right.
and get somebody actually on there. I think there was some fun stuff said in chat, maybe. This inappropriate things. Ukabaka laka lakato. Shame on you. I played Legacy on Saturday and beat Reanimator in Dredge, and I lost to Blue White Red Delver and with Cruises and Swift Spears. Oh, that's a decent matchup. You just put Chalice on 1, Dr. Derp. Shame on you. Shame.
Yeah, Treasures and Monastery.
Yeah. So
likely here to stay.
yeah, accident prone. That's what we were just talking about. That it was an effect on Telly, very much true. You don't see a win especially against a Storm deck.
No, you don't.
He had good things going for him though.
Yeah, the start for Peter of 2 lands into a Signet was
Well, it was like
really quite good.
2 lands, Signet.
All right.
Yeah.
So to have 4 mana on turn 3 off a mulligan to 4 is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Follow that up quite quickly with a Planeswalker.
Yeah, and that I still question taking the Jace like Phil did versus the Tezzeret.
Sure.
Because just Tezzeret lets in his deck is like better Jace because you're still digging down 5 and it's a much faster win condition.
Right.
So.
Well, I am surprised, having seen how that game played out, that Phil did not decide to attack Tezzeret earlier. If he knew he was in for a grindy haul, if he wasn't going to be able to win quickly, then giving that Tezzeret off the board earlier might have been effective.
Yeah. So I'm going to bring it back so they can see your pretty face. So, oh no! All right, there we go. I will be right back after I try to grab us a match.
So we've just reached the end of round 1 here. With Legacy, and we've got lots of faces showing up in the chat, which is always good. Some dog faces as well. Metalworker Staff combo, yeah, that is quite good. Staff, really interesting card, able to go infinite in lots of ways. For those of you just joining us here at the Legacy at MTG Card Market, I'm Tyler Molenkoff. We're heading into round 2, hopefully shortly here. I just got to see an exciting mulligan to 4 victory. I could be wearing pink, instead just a black shirt. Came here straight from work, which I could have been wearing pink there as well. This is a black shirt though, not purple tonight. So lots of cats in the chat, cat people. We were talking some about Standard earlier, about the results from the Pro Tour. Those of you out reading the chat, what's the most exciting deck from the Pro Tour that you didn't hear enough coverage about? Did you think the Ascendancy, Jeskai Ascendancy combo deck should have gotten more play than it did? Should have gotten more press. Some of the green-black devotion decks, or some of your favorites that you think will continue to make a big splash here. So we were talking a little bit earlier about the role of control in Standard. It seems like certainly based on the Pro Tour, it's going to be an uphill battle. No 4-mana Wrath, and to kind of control these big creatures that are going to get put on the board, or the swarms that cards like Rebel Master are going to make. Cards in Legacy from Cons of Tarkir, Treasure Cruise, was mentioned in the chat earlier. I think Dr. Derp, you were again losing to the ancestral recall of Legacy. Not that Brainstorm really has any threat, I think, from a card like Treasure Cruise. It's far narrower, and Brainstorm is obviously insane all the time, whereas Treasure Cruise takes quite a lot of work to get going, but drawing through cards and getting to keep them, quite good. Dr. Derp heralding the demise of control. Sasquatch, certainly control has been around before Sphinx's Rev, but the 4-mana Wrath, even in Damnation in previous formats, or Wrath of God, Day of Judgment, something along those lines, seems to be more important than a card like Sphinx's Revelation. There's no shortage of cards, or even Standard. Dig Through Time proved itself to be an incredible card, but takes turns to set up and good one-for-one trading. And when 1-for-1 trading is not good enough, which seemed hard to do.
All right, Tyler. We've got a match.
All right.
So, and I've actually got to go put money in the meter. So, you're gonna have to hold down the fort a little bit here.
See what we can do.
All right, trusting you. All right. So let's see. So we'll get everything set up. We're gonna see Jason versus Anthony.
Jason and Anthony.
So we got a Huang and we got a Zinni, and I'm hoping for good things. I'm not quite sure what they're on, so we'll have to update that as we go. Both players are undefeated though, so that's nice. We're gonna see some competitive shit. My guess is Jason's probably on some sort of weird combo, and Zinni's probably on some sort of Delver. If I had to guess, so don't worry about putting the deck names in. I'll get that when I come back. Let's just get the names up here. So Jason Wang with an H. That's not Wang. There we go. And then we got.
Looks like Jason has a Tezzeret in his deck, so we may be in.
Oh, that's what he's on. He's on combo Tezzeret.
Oh, it's on
God.
Intuition as well. We're gonna have some exciting action from Jason. That looks like.
Oh
here.
no.
Mind's Desire. Am I? Misdirection. Misdirection.
All right. So I didn't mean to put Tezzeret on camera both times, so I apologize, guys. But it's all right. So
Blue-Eye Red Delver on the left. Dr. Derp thinks.
combo, which makes a lot of sense actually. Zinni does love Tezzeret. Yep. All right. So I'm gonna leave this with you, and we'll just put a Delver. Oh, that's how you spell Delver. Yeah, it is. Jesus, I'm an idiot. No. Delver. There we go. There we go. Oh goodness. Goodness gracious, guys. I will definitely read the comments when I get back. Okabakalakato. Hopefully they're not too terrible. And we'll be right back. You have any questions on how to do that stuff? I'm gonna go ahead and start the timer because I'm assuming the timer is started out there.
All right.
So there we go.
Players are finishing shuffling up here. We believe we've got Delver and combo Tezzeret, which is exciting. Esper Stoneblade, somebody thinks from Zinni. We'll probably see soon enough here. Dr. Derp saw Stoneforge. So let's go ahead and just change that up. Players drawing their opening hands. Looks like Jason has Divining Top, Elemental Blast, a few lands, and was there a Grindstone in there as well? Zinni contemplating his hand. We see a turn 1 Ancient Tomb from Jason, taking 2 life. To play the Divining Top and go ahead and take a look at the top of his deck. See a mountain in there, maybe a no, not a mountain. Esper Deathblade, we think Zinni's got. Jason looking at a few cards here from the Divining Top. A nice start for him to have the top on turn 1. Looks like there's a Delver there in Zinni's hand. So Blue-Eye Red Delver would explain the Stoneforge and the Delvers. Assume he's just going to go ahead and run this Delver out here. Always a great way to start, best threat in the deck. And that's what he'll do. So Jason's going to be under the gun quickly here. Especially with that Ancient Tomb chipping away at his own life total. 3 Delvers in hand. It's going to be quite good for Zinni, unless something like a Toxic Deluge comes out. Looks like it was a mountain there on top of his deck. He's going to pay 2. Jason will.
And run out the Meekstone. Is that a Meekstone? Or a Grindstone? I can't tell. You in the chat probably can. Is the Grindstone. He'll use his extra mana here for spinning the top. Follows it up with a Mox Opal, which he can use. It is the Grindstone. Thank you, Sasquatch. Last thing I'll do is go ahead and fire off a red Elemental Blast to get rid of that Delver. Interesting, last round we saw just a straight blue-black Tezzeret deck, but Jason choosing for red here. Certainly red Elemental Blast, a great card in a format full of Force of Wills, and where you're
That's a bad card.
trying to protect your combo.
Bad card.
Red Elemental Blast?
Yeah, bad card.
All right.
Oh, God. So what's going on? Anything fun happen?
Jason's developed a little bit further with a Grindstone. He's got a top and a Grindstone spinning around. Anthony had a turn 1 Delver that was killed, and he's going to go ahead and ponder Delver here, it looks like. Rather than play both Delvers, he wants to guarantee he's going to flip one next turn.
Fair enough. All right, so what, Jason's topping? All right. All right, so I'll let you continue commentating. I'm going to go back through and read this chisel chat.
All right.
Okay, let's see.
So Jason puts the cards back on top of his deck. He's going to go ahead and draw here. It looks like he's got a couple lands in hand. Imagine he's got some painters in his deck. Here's a Baleful Strix.
Seems good against the Delver.
Absolutely. Certainly hopes to trade here with the first Delver, although Anthony may have Swords of Plowshares that he's glad to have a target for.
And Okabakalakato, just to let you know, I'm wearing actually both pink and purple today, so go flip yourself. How about that? All right. Bolt going to take care of Baleful Strix, though.
Gonna go ahead and take care of it.
It's going to be good. Going to get in for 1.
Even though Anthony pondered last turn, it looks like he wasn't able to find something to flip the Delver. Or he may have opted to put it second to flip both of these together.
All right, let's see. Save the Tatas. Everybody save the Tatas. Tatas are good things. But anyway. Tell Mario. Yes, we understand, Okabakalakato. All right, what else is so Peter just tanking right now off of a top activation?
Yeah, Jason is trying to figure out what he wants to do. Looks like he could use some sort of shuffle effect to get rid of some of these cards on top of his deck, unless he's setting up for one big turn here. Just continues to make land drops, though, with only a couple cards in hand. Seems like he's a little short. He's going to be able to kill a Delver here with its second red Elemental Blast, which will turn off some of the pressure since we're likely to see a flip. Swords of Plowshares will do that.
And then Grixis. No, this is not the Grixis top. This is combo Tezzeret. Slightly different. Got some other things in there, some good things, some bad things. We'll see. Jason just likes playing interesting combo decks.
We will see. Anthony decides not to draw that Swords of Plowshares. A nice little move here in his upkeep.
Not going to do a lot here.
No, the sword will not.
Not at the moment, at least.
Looks like he does have a Stoneforge Mystic. He'll probably deploy this turn to put Jason under some more pressure.
Where did the other Delver go? While I was trying to.
Two of the Delvers have been killed here.
Oh, by lightning bolts coming in from Jason?
Red Elemental Blasts from Jason.
Oh, that's a thing. Yeah,
it is.
Bad card. You know what I prefer?
What's that?
Ratchet Bomb. Takes out both of them.
It would have done that. It would have taken a couple turns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Done. It's like, oh, you flip it? Do it. Flip it.
That is quite good, yes.
And then if they don't flip it, then you just go, all right, end of turn. I'm going to put a counter on, then you pop it. Done.
That's all it takes.
Or Powder Keg. You can do Powder Keg if you want to go old school. I like it.
Yep.
All
Looks like Jason's choosing to Grindstone himself.
Yep. He didn't like what was on top. Like, I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm a big fan of the self grindstone, just to get the shaft out of the top.
Right, he gets a Flusterstorm and a land off. He certainly doesn't need another land. Flusterstorm not doing much here with all that Anthony needs really on the board.
Yeah. So let's see. Anything fun happening?
Not clear what Jason went ahead and drew here, but
So with 3, that's 3 mana. Thirst for Knowledge.
Thirst for Knowledge in his main phase.
Jeez.
Will get Spell Pierced. So Jason can pay here, but Anthony's really just using this as a mini Lightning Bolt, which is actually pretty good in this position. He'll put Jason down to 7 next turn, leaving him dead on the following turn. So Jason really under the gun here.
Chat is interesting right now. I'm not even quite sure what's going on, but it's good.
Force was the draw.
Okay, so pitching a nihil spell bomb, so that way he did not have to discard 2 and he could keep 2 of the cards. Tyler says he's trading me your mud deck for Tree Fitty. For Tree Fitty, what do you? Tree Fitty not enough. You got to go at least.
I tried to talk him into 450, but he
No, you got to go 550.
550, yeah.
550.
550.
550.
550. Ponder here from
God.
Anthony. Probably just looking for another counter spell to really seal things up. But
Which I see a Daze. Not going to do a lot of stuff there though.
no.
And what did I apologize again? What did Stoneforge get?
Stoneforge did get a Battered Skull. So,
It did get a Battered Skull.
So Jason's, I believe, at 10 here, actually, from paying 2 life for a Ancient Tomb activation on his last turn, which is going to leave him dead to Anthony's attack next turn, assuming the Battered Skull comes in.
I was going to say Price of Progress also does it. However, that doesn't do good things for Zinni. So the odds of let's friendly wager. Odds of Zinni having Price of Progress in his deck in a quantity greater than 4 of.
I'd probably go 100 to 1 against, but give you the against.
Fee Fitty. Fee Fitty?
Comes a bonsai tree.
Oh dear God! All right.
Jason gonna untap. He certainly has lots of mana here, so
He does.
we could see some exciting things.
Wait, is this? Was that? It almost looked like a hand wave to pass the turn. But Jason, what are you doing? He's contemplating. I think it's a brainstorm.
I believe he's drawn a card.
Oh, so is this upkeep?
Not sure. It would make more sense if this was main phase.
All right.
See a Scalding Tongue, maybe another Brainstorm in there. Jason knows he needs to do it this turn.
Yeah, he's got a. Well,
assuming he's got a big Tezzeret in his deck, that's not even going to be enough here. He doesn't have quite enough mana to.
I would imagine in a combo Tezzeret deck, you'd have big Tezzeret.
I imagine you would.
I remember there was a version of this that didn't run white. It was straight blue-black that showed up on the SCG circuit a little while back. It was running Leyline of the Void main, Helm main, Thopter combo in there, Painter Servant combo in there. I'm trying to remember. I think there was like one other combo that he had going.
I think that's the deck that one of our viewers was asking about, right?
Okay. No. So there's another player. He judges at Dice Dojo, and he plays here on Thursday sometimes. His name is Chuck. He plays a Grixis Painter deck. And so that's what he was referring to.
Looks like the chat appreciated your wager, Mark, about how likely Price of Progress would be here.
No, it's Sasquatch. Zinni doesn't even own them. He would know though. So
Jason should just tinker already. I agree with you.
He just goes, whoop! Blightsteel. Greaves, go.
Yeah.
You got an answer? So he's intuitioning.
Intuition here, let's see, if he goes and gets 3 Painter Servants, it looks like he should have more than enough mana. I apologize, he has not paid for the Intuition yet. So he'll have 3 mana after the Intuition resolves, or does not. Does he like that have
but he just tapped 5 mana right now.
Something to say about it. He had used a couple mana for the Brainstorm, and then...
he went... No, that's what's going on. Okay, so that's right. And it looks like he went to go... Because that's an ensnaring bridge that he's got underneath the...
No, that's the Grindstone.
Oh. He should go get ensnaring bridge.
Ensnaring Bridge would be good here with only one card in hand.
That's what you do.
He may not have 3 of them in his deck, but
Yeah, he has to. Why?
he should scoop.
I don't know what he can get. Like, ensnaring bridge is the only thing I can think of
Yeah.
that like gets him out. But I think Zinni does have that daze we saw earlier. It's not going to do a lot.
Some of our viewers suggesting the force here on the intuition. Not sure what Jason could get that Zinni can't force here.
All right, we're going to see scuba it up. Scuba it up. Scuba it up. Scuba okay, Jason did not get that. Zinni got that.
So Blue-White Red Delver taking down game 1. Going into the sideboard here, looks like Jason's got some Blood Moons that he quickly reaches for.
Seems okay.
As maybe some big Tezzerets, I think that might have been.
All right.
Looks like some ensnaring bridges. Mark, to your point, he's considering them here. I think it'd be a great move to bring them in.
Yeah, Tezzeret. Excuse me, ensnaring bridge. Good in Tezzeret, bad in Mud. Should not be in every artifact deck. Putting it out there.
Certainly.
Yep.
Certainly not. Scoopity poopity.
Yeah, no, I agree. We can't let Zinni win. Jason needs to come back and do good things.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what he's thinking as well.
Yeah. Scoopity poopity, folks. Scoopity. That's right. He understands. I am Lord La yeah. I don't. Josephine, don't understand. Do you understand?
Not sure.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Body slam. I could do that. Stephen, should I just run out there and just like body slam Zinni? I doubt I'd be able to come back and commentate, which you would probably enjoy. You're just a terrible person all around. However, that would be kind of funny to see somebody. Zinni's shirt also freaking the camera out. Like, I don't know.
It is kind of flashing in a very poltergeist kind of way. It may be that Zinni's shirt is fine, but he is enshrouded with ghosts.
I mean, and if that's the case, I'm all for it.
Right.
You know what? More power to him. More power to him. Oh, goodness gracious. So, like, honestly, I don't think the matchup is as one-sided as it seemed there.
What are you thinking there?
I mean, Jason just couldn't see anything else to finish up his. Like he did see like a lot of dig. I think that's just kind of unfortunate how, like that he just didn't see something else. Because I mean, had he seen a Tezzeret or a, had he seen a like a Agent of Bolus or a Painter Servant, that would have been a different game.
Certainly, Painter Servant would have could have had quite an impact there.
Yeah. So, but I mean, even if he has Tezzeret that makes a 5/5, then the Batter Skull is not particularly relevant,
right,
anymore. But I don't know. You live and learn.
Yeah.
Live and learn.
Do you think a deck like Jason's that is trying to do lots of different things?
Do you live and learn?
I should try to. Yeah, that is the plan.
Lulz Pants. He must. Do you know him? Do you know them? I had to.
I'm not sure who Lulz Pants is.
But there you go. I've never gotten a sexy as fuck boys comment.
Yeah.
Yeah. God bless. There you go. You have an admirer.
Thank you, Lulz Pants.
Jeez. Are you on? Does Zinni have a
True Name Nemesis?
I would not be surprised for him to have True Name Nemesis. I don't think he has Geist. When I've seen him play this in the past, I don't recall seeing a Geist come down.
We didn't see any Treasure Cruises that game.
I think I actually just saw one when he was shuffling. I could be wrong there though. I won't do anything. El Mayo, are you on the WUBRG Facebook page? Okabaka Lakato would like to know. I don't know. I don't know if he is or not.
I may not be. But I should.
No, El Mayo's user. Stop taking credit. All right.
You looked at me.
Damn it, Lulz Pants. You gave him an ego. You gave him an ego. Now he's over here, just big-headed, acting like everybody's talking to him. It's not all about you, Tyler.
That is
All right?
true.
Jesus.
My apologies,
Jesus.
Elmayo.
Get it together.
Yeah.
All right, so Zinni, a couple lands, force, click, swords, and that's about it. Or that's all I saw.
Looks like Jason had a red elemental blast and a blood moon. If he can resolve that blood moon on a reasonably stable board, should be in really good shape.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. If he, well, I mean, he'll walk it into a force. Did Jason have forces at all? Like, did you see them at all?
We did not see
Okay.
any counter spells or any forces from Jason. Of course, the red elemental blast.
I
Capable there.
have to imagine that we're gonna see Jason fetch for basic island when he does, since you did say that he has. It did not stop. The timer's still going. You saw that little thing you said
Yeah.
it stopped? It's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's crazy.
Science doesn't make sense.
No.
The ones and the zeros.
They try
The
to come
ones
together.
and the zeros.
Probably a Stoneforge Mystic here from Zinni. Nice threat that gets around the red elemental blasts that Jason is holding. Oh, meddling mage to come down here, and Jason will not hesitate to blast that away.
That seems good.
Yeah, seems very good.
Ooh, so debating forcing it, I think Zinni was. Yoda, I talk like.
Yeah.
Yoda, like talk, I do. There we go.
And if Jason picked up on that, he may not deploy the Blood Moon here, but so he's just going to go ahead and fetch right away.
Which I think is fine, because that's like if Jason's got any of his combo pieces, I'm not quite sure what's in his hand, but better to blow it on a Blood Moon than.
Sure.
I mean, granted, Blood Moon more or less wins him the game, but yeah.
Certainly, if Jason has another threat, he can follow it up with. He won't be too unhappy to have the Blood Moon countered here, but getting 2 basics, you have to assume he's going to cast his Blood Moon.
Yeah, and this just another. If you have a local store, you just got to go to. You got to go to the store, and you got to.
Oh, and Jason has the misdirection for the Force
bam.
Will.
But yeah, that's how we actually. That's how we got our Legacy scene started. Was we honestly just went to our local stores and were like, hey, we should do Legacy, and then eventually it's grown into what it is now. That misdirection, though, very big.
Huge here. Huge.
Zinni's got a lot of mountains right now.
He has a few mountains. He has 4. If he draws a Batter Skull, he could just cast it, but
Which I think is what he's shooting for.
yeah, that's the best plan you have really at this point in his
Ooh.
position.
All right,
Goblin
Welder.
with nothing to do yet, but should be pretty good.
All right, so this would be. Huh.
Jason in a commanding position here.
Yep.
Just gonna
Oh,
attack
beating
for one.
the Welder beats.
There's no reason to
The
wait, right?
Welder beats.
Just go for it.
Yeah, I like it. That's what I try to do.
The second Welder
man.
here, really just going to double the clock.
Oh god, I like this. I want to see Jason playing a combo deck. I want to see him win with just beatdowns from Goblin Welders.
You very well may see that here.
That will make me the happiest person on the planet.
Zinni's not drawn a Lightning Bolt yet, so he may have ways to deal with these Welders in his deck, but it's possible he sided some of them out. They're not exceptional. Well, I suppose against Painters he should have left them in. So
yeah,
he's got a few things to do, but definitely in.
This is rough. This is
Yeah.
rough. I'm just gonna keep because they just keep passing the turn. I'm gonna keep this up. If I see something else happen.
Painter Servant here increases the clock slightly, but
Yeah, it's a 4-turn clock now
right.
instead of 6, which is actually pretty relevant. I mean, it chopped 2 turns off the clock.
Right.
So, all right, going down a
Jason not even bothering to untap his creatures here. Simply
just like, hey, these are going down the beat.
simply pointing at pointing at them to instruct the damage.
The wave of the hand. I like it.
Yeah. He
Oh,
seems
goodness.
quite used to winning this way. I imagine Blood Moon does a lot of good work for him in the sideboard
Oh
games.
God.
And Zinni's going to be dead here after one more draw.
Oh, good.
Top.
Can we do good things? All right.
TX Rager. I think he just
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
want to discard the hand size. Yeah. Jason winning off the turn 3 Blood Moon.
Sometimes you just that made me happy. Like you just don't see that very often, and it's good things.
Absolutely.
It's good
And with,
things.
with Jason having the misdirection, it's makes total sense why he would counter that meddling mage and look to just win off the back of Blood Moon, which is what he did.
Yeah, that was Oh, it's good magic. I like seeing that. All right. So not as. So have you seen any of the other combo pieces, or is he?
No, we really haven't. We've seen Painter Servant and Grindstone, so
Alright.
we know that both ends of that are here. But Zinni may go back to the sideboard here, having been Blood Mooned out. Of course, that's another great reason for Jason to splash red in his Tezzeret deck.
Yeah. So I don't. I don't know if I necessarily like the. Oh, I just don't like Goblin Welder in general, but I don't know if I like it in this deck either.
Yeah, it's you know, in the traditional the mono red Painter Servant decks, it has a good home there. But you know, here with Jason doing so many different things, Welder in that game had really no targets at any point.
No.
Beat down for one.
Yeah, which is, I mean, did work there.
Well, that's the win of the game, Mark.
I think they did. God, and he was at like what 18 when they started beating, or 19 when they started beating in, and
Painter maybe hit twice.
Painter hit three times. So they did like 14-ish damage.
Right.
That's good things.
Yeah, each welder did 8 damage or 7 damage
Yeah.
apiece. That's much better
I
than
like
lightning
it.
bolt.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. It's past go. All right. Looks like there's some. I must have missed a question in chat that was relevant, so I'm gonna. Huge haters in it. Oh, Sasquatch. That's crazy. And then the Puka trade. I don't even know what's happening here. Hope Tony gets fucking blood mooned. It happened. It did happen.
Yeah.
Gary Merchant. I love Meddling Mage, and they're done. Okay. All right. So we're good. I hope he gets straight shit. Sasquatch just so mean. He always asks to be modded too, and this is the attitude.
Hard to want to permit it.
I know. Oh God.
Yeah, the Meddling Mage is definitely an interesting choice from Zinni. You know, able to name lots of different cards from Jason. I feel like he, without a Gataxian Probe, it'll be difficult to know exactly what to name if he's up in that position. But True Name Nemesis does look like it's in Zinni's hand to the question earlier. It does look like he's playing that instead of the Geist.
Yeah. All right. So that's why. So Texas Ranger asked about the lands. That's why you were talking about like lands not wanting to discard. And there is a new game store in the Water Tower place, but I heard it's very small.
No, I hadn't heard about it yet.
Yeah.
I think it would have to
like
be a Water Tower place.
seventh floor or something like that.
Right.
That's handy, but
Right.
yeah. Pretty sure though, if I tried to stream more tournaments a week, my wife would kill me. So, Deadpool, Bug Delver hasn't been on yet. Maybe we can use him. See, he first came on professing. Deadpool first came on professing that he hated, or that they hated Bug Delver. And now I think they've just gotten to the point where they trolled so much that they actually just do look forward to Bug Delver. That's the only thing I can think of.
Right. Looks like Zinni's on a mulligan here. Jason has kept his hand.
So.
Please no Bug Delver.
Yeah.
It's Dr. Derp.
Dr. Derp is with. I don't like Bug Delver at all. Like, it's just, I don't know. Zinni keeping that though. Keeping his 6.
No turn 1 Delver. Jason's got to be happy about that. It's, dodged a bullet here.
I can't imagine he plays Chalice though.
Just Jason though. With the double lands and the Tezzerets maybe, but
well,
not in this case.
I bet you Zinni fetches some basics. Oh wait, he doesn't have any. That was a joke. You're supposed to laugh.
He does not have. Laugh. I was a moment of silence for Zinni's desecration last game at the hands of Blood Moon. I didn't want to rub it in further.
So that's actually pretty funny. Dr. Derp saying no bug, but then he's Sultai Delver on the other hand.
The wedge name's managing to
oh God,
really just infiltrate Magic.
I don't know.
It is sad to see things like Rug Delver become Tamir Delver.
No,
I just can't get behind that.
I think honestly the only name that's going to stick is Mardu, but nobody plays that color combination anyways, so that's going to go away too.
Right.
Yeah.
For the ones that didn't already have a name, you know.
Sure.
Maybe it's
I mean,
good.
but like Junk, Bug, and Rug, all those things are good.
Right, U is a great vowel, so it lets
Yeah.
you do lots of combinations of
And then,
letters.
I mean, like, maybe I could get behind Jeskai, maybe, but I also really like saying Murica. So I had to stop saying Murica. I guess I could change it to France as well.
Sure. Or it's 90 other countries in the world with red, white, and blue.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Croatia.
Australia,
Right.
Britain.
We could keep going for a long time. I don't know how long we could keep going, but somebody could. Looks like Zinni's played a brainstorm shuffle to get rid of some junk cards, and Jason really hasn't developed much yet here. He's got a couple lands, but no signets, no Sensei's tops to be sculpting his draws. He does have a Blood Moon, though, which is likely the reason he kept this hand.
Get it!
But with Anthony having mana untapped for Spell Pierce and other effects, that Blood Moon is unlikely to resolve
Spell
here.
Pierce bad. It's a bad card.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's just a bad card in general.
Well, we'll see how much Zinni likes it.
You know, I would much rather play Cancel in this format.
Sure.
Yeah.
I would much rather play Stubborn Denial. That card seems like it has to find a way in here.
Actually,
with Tarmogoyfs for...
yeah, I don't know. And I honestly, I say, not a fan of Spell Pierce. Much rather play Counter Squall.
Okay.
Because then it just counters it straight up.
Sure.
Yeah. Meddling Mage resolved. I'm going to let you... oh, do you want to go check?
No.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Take that initiative. I like it.
All right.
Yes. Feel it.
I'll go metal and
Feel it and work it. Oh, dear God, man. Tyler checking on the Meddling Mage for us, also destroying the room that we're in. Oh, God.
Blood Moon, the name.
Blood Moon. Okay. It seems like a
Zinni's
good name.
Zinni's still reeling from the last game.
I don't know if that's the... I guess, I mean, like, it's definitely a good one, but I don't know if it's... Is Blood Moon one word as a magic card?
It is.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay, that's what I thought. All right, we're just going to put that right
I believe
there.
it is.
Well, it is now.
Yep.
Regardless of that, whether it is or not.
Jason with a Painter Servant.
Did he get a soul land? No, because Painter Servant only costs 2 to put out. I know this.
Yes.
I know this stuff.
3 toughness.
Yeah.
That's
That's and 3 to activate Grindstone.
Yeah.
All right, got it. Merc double for life. Mage naming Kasali Pride Mage. Sasquatch has got to think for cats. It's unhealthy, really. it's quite.
A Wasteland here from Zinni. The first we've seen him play, I believe. In game 1, he did have a
Getting in for 2. Jason calling the bluff, saying you don't have anything.
No coordinated assaults here.
All right, now Jason goes gut shot and he says, "That's why you don't swing."
True.
Oh my God, that'd be great.
That would be brutal. That would be really brutal.
I'd be so happy, so happy.
An interesting sign though for Jason to presumably if Anthony had a way to deal with that Painter Servant, he would have done so and gotten some damage. So
Yeah.
Jason must be feeling like that Painter Servant is pretty safe.
Paper marking. Oh.
Second Meddling Mage from Zinni.
All right.
We'll
Don't destroy everything. All right, this time.
What this one's naming without crashing down walls.
Let's see. All right, so we're gonna get a confirmation on what the second
It is the Grindstone.
is. Grindstone. All right. I would have named Painter Servant in this situation. Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah. It seems like the better name. All right. You laugh.
A Baleful Strix from Jason. Gonna put a little bit of defense in front of these Meddling Mages.
I think you still swing in. Yeah. You still swing in. You're like YOLO swag. Hashtag don't got that gut shot. Don't got that gut shot. Storm 9. Blame OBS that I can't do this stuff like on the back end. All right. Everybody write an angry letter to OBS, even though they provide a free service that's very good. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, those free open source things. So.
Yeah, I know. People spending their time on there for no games. What are they doing?
Yeah.
Crazy bastards. Actually, if you haven't seen the Mac version of OBS, very nice actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy it.
Kind of an interesting board state here. Not what I would have expected coming into this game, but
This is what we call a stall.
it is. Although
Yeah.
Anthony with the red
Oh.
blast here, looking to get aggressive. I'm not sure how much I like
Boom.
this just to get in 2 points of damage a turn.
No, Jason Hydroblast back.
Sure.
And then I jump up and I go, oh! Because
Misdirection to kill a meddling mage.
Oh! Does he have it? I see a brainstorm.
I would
Brainstorm
assume-
for that misdirection. Come on.
I would assume
Come
he would
on.
cast a misdirection without the blue card.
Wait, is Red Elemental Blast the one that you can't misdirect? Like, because you have to pick the mode beforehand? But it's already destroy mode,
No,
so it
no,
should be fine.
Certainly can do it, yeah.
Yeah, alright.
He's going to go ahead and kill the meddling mage naming Grindstone, or try to redirect.
Oh, he does have that.
A Wasteland on the Scalding Tarn in response.
Days. I have to imagine there's a
To
days.
prompt 2 dazes, perhaps? Or a Spell Pierce. A Spell Pierce.
Okay. So
We'll
that's
see.
on the
Scalding Tarn is
stack.
on the stack.
Alright.
Get nice and complicated legacy style
Yeah.
here.
Alright. Alright.
Should
Let's
really
see.
start to line up these effects.
He has to
There
pay
is
the
a
life.
Spell Pierce here for the misdirection.
So, does Jason have something? Jason's tapping a blue mana. Oh!
A Flusterstorm to counter back on the Spell Pierce.
Oh, wow.
That will go ahead and counter the Spell Pierce, and Zinni's going to go ahead and
Oh!
a misdirection.
Oh, man.
That will resolve. Scalding Tarn will resolve, and the Red Elemental Blast will go ahead and get
Well,
the Spell Strix.
Maybe. Because...
Uh,
oh, alright, yes. Okay.
believe
Oh,
it.
man.
Whew, that was quite the stack.
I liked it. I liked it.
So all of this just to allow Zinni to get in for 2 points of damage. Again, seems like a big fight over some resources. If
No,
Jason
it's
untaps here and plays a Planeswalker, all of that could have been sort of ill-spent gains.
yeah. Ill-gotten gains, maybe?
Ill-gotten
Yeah.
All to kill the Strix.
Yeah.
I agree, Rager. I agree.
Well, I think it's more than just to kill the Strix, because as soon as he misdirects to kill one of the mages, then it becomes very real.
Oh, Zinni's certainly priced in at that point. He has to fight.
Yeah, and I mean, like, and especially because imagine in the situation where Jason is able to kills the one that has Blood Moon on it,
Right.
then he just wins.
Jason does have a Goblin Welder here, which
All right, and 2 more mana for. Oh wow! All right, so that shuts it down. So
again, all Zinni's work really completely defeated here by these 1/3 blockers.
see what I tell you? Should have named Painter Servant, not Grindstone.
Should have,
Done.
yeah, right? That actually would have been better here.
Oh, that is. All right, so no, he let all of Flusterstorm's copies resolve.
Right.
I have to imagine.
Right.
Right.
Right, and Jason choosing not to target the Red Elemental Blast with the Flusterstorm copies.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to misdirect it.
Yeah.
So he could have chosen to do that.
Yeah.
To try to counter.
But he had already blown the misdirection on there. So like we were just talking about oh, that's Academy Runes, but I always like to not
Academy
say-
Runes.
Yeah, it's all right though. 'Cause I just want to see him. I want to see like this go to town. Just like
Doesn't look like it. Zinni resolving a brainstorm here, but no shot.
that's a
And
there's
there's
the
the
Batter
Batterskull. So certainly going to break this this ground game.
That's not a Grindstone. That's a Batter Skull.
It is.
No, we gotta. But Zinni keeps moving his shit around, so it's hard.
The Pierce was countering the misdirection with a Scalding Tarn fetch on the stack. Jason had a Flusterstorm in response, but Zinni had a Pyroblast after the Flusterstorm cleared.
Okay, but there's a Baleful Strix.
There is a Baleful
I heard
Strix.
that's good too.
It is. It's certainly going to get to kill the Germ token here, but that Batterskull is going to suit up these mages afterwards.
Honestly, like, well, not really because he's got a Goblin Welder out.
Absolutely.
So this
He's got a Seat of the Synod as more fodder, so this Baleful Strix is going to go long here. Really drawing Jason a bunch of cards.
Oh, this makes me so happy.
A Swords to Plowshares would be quite good here to take care of this Baleful Strix, but then again, Jason, it does feel like it's just drawing more live here.
Yeah. So a lot of people angry that he did not split the Flusterstorm between the red and
Right. No, at that point there was a red elemental blast, the misdirection, a spell pierce, and then the flusterstorm. So believe that flusterstorm, there were really 4 of them, including the flusterstorm itself. Could have gone 2 and 2 to counter both spells, leaving Anthony with the red elemental blast, the pyroblast at the end of it. So in either case, Anthony would have gotten what he wanted, which was killing the Baleful Strix.
Yeah. I don't know. It's things. Not that it matters now because he just is going to welder a lot of things. So interesting that he welded away the Painter Servant instead of the seat.
It is interesting there. You know, with the Meddling Mage on Grindstone, maybe he's imagining that a Planeswalker victory is really the way he's going to take this down, and he's not looking to combo quickly. But looks like Jason has drawn a Blood Moon and is probably considering the chances of resolving this. Still going to be huge here. The Batterskull does make it somewhat less good. Oh,
Yeah, so that's a pond.
that's a ponder. Got the
Oh.
turns wrong.
We're getting a
Jason's going to go ahead and
Red Blast Grindstone.
Pyroblast.
Pyroblast, Red Blast. It was close. Close.
Pyroblast the.
So Grindstone going to go away. All right.
He's going to Pyroblast the Meddling Mage, saving Grindstone.
Yeah. So, does Jason have a Grindstone in hand?
I've not seen one, but
Yeah,
it sure feels like it the way he's playing this.
Because we know he has a Blood Moon in hand.
You know he's a Blood Moon
Yeah.
with the Meddling Mage on there.
So, and Aseb wasn't just referring to you, but I know you are angry. You're a very angry individual. That being said, I'm going to contact you because I got a research study I got to do, and it should be good things. All right, so doing a little flip-floppy here.
A little flip-floppy.
Putting the Baleful Strix in the yard.
Here's a Vendilion Click.
What if this was just like an epic bait? Like he just didn't have the Grindstone? Oh, something tells me he does, because that's a Red Blast on that.
Another blast.
Pyroblast.
Yeah.
I just can call them Pet Blasts.
They're essentially the
Blasty
same
Blast.
with a Painter
R,
Servant.
yeah, I can't even say R Blast.
R blast.
Yeah, but the Hydroblast and Pyroblast.
And here's the Sensi's Divining Top. So Jason does have a couple shuffle effects, which will be helpful there.
Okay, so that's interesting. He doesn't actually have the Grindstone then.
Yeah, very aggressive use of his blast there without
I would have just
the
been
kill
like,
right away.
yeah, I would have been. I know he's already got a Batterskull in play, but it shuts him out from doing anything else.
Right.
Like,
Jason's really not worried about those mages attacking.
yeah, Sasquatch, we called out earlier that Zinnia was blinking like a Christmas tree. We're not quite sure. The camera hates this T-shirt.
Yeah, we did. I think we decided he's a poltergeist, or has been inhabited by one.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Yeah. Air Tony, I do agree. However, I don't think he has another artifact that he can put in his yard because the welder is bad for Zinni at that point, because then he just puts whatever. But I mean, any artifact that's in Zinni's graveyard is probably going to be good because it's probably going to be equipment.
Right. Like this sort of Feast of Heaven he's just fetched up here.
I like to play my creatures behind my land sometimes. It really irks people. It does, Texas Ranger. It does. Rager.
Baleful Strix continuing to draw Jason cards, and here is the Grindstone. So putting Anthony to the test right away.
You got, and well, Jason's got a red elemental blast this time. I done seens it. Done seens it with my own eyes.
He can activate even after one spell pierce. He's going to go ahead and fire it off. Anthony asks if he's targeting himself, and Jason declines. That is it. Jason with combo Tezzeret.
I like
this.
It down. We didn't even see a Tezzeret the entire time, though. This is more or less Grixis Painter.
This is true.
That's what we should have just named it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know.
It's possible there's no Tezzerets here.
Chat's been going crazy. This is like the most active I think I've ever seen chat, which makes it incredibly difficult to respond to everything.
Sorry to those of you who are not getting too quickly, but
yeah,
like Mark said, there's just lots of chatting tonight, which is great.
Sky Mode Jason plays a lot of combo decks, and okay. Accident prone, okay. Do you see anything? What? No, you can't do that. Nope. No. Tyler's never coming back. Sorry, Lulz Pants. It's not Sexy voice never coming back. All right. Blood Moon, brought to you by. So I'm still trying to get caught up here with the chat. You guys are making this very difficult, which is awesome. Jason Weinreich, I can see this list. Can I see this list? I need this painter. Kong Dalapa Derby, we'll try to get him to do a deck tech at the end of the night. Because it seemed to be good last time when we did it, on Monday. Asub, I will start. I've been playing actually way more than I used to, except I've just all been playing on Moto. Okabaka Laka Lakato. I would love to have another person solely for chat. However, that's not the easiest thing in the world. Let's see. Kong Google Blue to Red Painter Stone. No, this was different. He actually did have Tezzerets in there. Yeah. He actually did have Tezzerets in there. We just did not see any of them. So if anything, it's more of a Tezzeret painter. But yeah. No more Delver. No one likes watching it. Unfortunately, like, oh, Asub, so mean. But Texas Rager, I'll do my best. Unfortunately, though, considering Delver is half of the entire Legacy meta, no matter where you are, it gets a little tough not to have any Delver on. But yeah, and see now somebody else is out. Tyler went away forever. But yeah, so I don't know. Just blammo rec button over. The Sasquatch, that's not a bad idea to just get a giant hashtag wrecked sign. I wouldn't mind that. Would not mind that at all. They should rename Manaless to Bob. Wait, they should rename to Bob Ross decks? Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. You're talking Afro Painter Man, not Tom the Ross boss. Tom Boss. Tom. Yes. Okay. I know I speak English sometimes, but so much hate. Where's my love, guys? Where's my love? No, Tyler just went to feed the meter a little bit, so he'll be back in just a minute, which will be good. So because he needs to get back, so I can figure out what match we're gonna put on camera. Kind of look like Crazy Eyes from Orange is the New Black doing that. I like that. How's this? If I just talk like this the rest of the time, is that acceptable, guys? American Hero and Painter versus Tom the Phosphorus. I like. Can we? God, what was it? Celebrity Deathmatch. We should definitely. I want to make that happen. Alright. But, guys, it sounds like the pairings are going up, so I'm going to step away because, unfortunately, Tyler is not back. Sydney, are pairings going back up?
I don't know yet. Not sure.
You don't know yet?
Haven't heard anything yet.
Okay, so maybe we're not so... Oh, and there's Tyler. Tyler, you got a huge fan base. This is bullshit. Putting out there. First time commentating.
Well, sorry about that.
And taking all the love.
I'm just trying to bring people to this great.
You've given me none.
Someone just going.
Yeah.
Giving you no love.
All the love is taken. However, also we're planning a celebrity death match between Tom the Boss Ross and Bob Ross.
Both American heroes.
No. See, Tyler's back. It's right here. Don't worry about it.
Max Spike Mo.
Spike more.
Spike more.
Come on. Got to stick with the nicknames that are given.
No, that's absolutely true.
Half of them are gibberish, but I expect you to pick them up, all right?
Well, Spike More is just more Spike Mo.
It is. Call round 1 per week, the celebrity death match. All right, we could probably do that.
We'll just do it.
Have like the Thursday before Halloween, we should do that. Just have like,
Yeah.
I'll have to go, I'll buy some more cameras, we'll like post them up. So it's just, you don't actually see anybody playing You're not even in camera. You can get a little closer.
Oh.
I promise I won't
All right.
bite.
Come
Thank
in here,
you.
Mark. Oh, that's perfect.
I
I just went to Puddle's Pity Party last night. I don't know
Oh,
if
did you really?
Absolutely, one of the most fantastic experiences of my life.
Oh,
I mean, that
God.
was one of the weirdest shows.
I'm
that-
sure it was.
It was. It
He's
was.
like he's a man that's bigger than me,
He's
which is
huge.
which is impressive.
Yes, it is.
And he wears a weird clown suit,
Yeah.
and he has a voice of an angel.
He does.
He has a voice of an angel.
Yeah.
I would definitely suggest Googling that, guys. Puddle's Pity Party.
And I would recommend if he comes to your town, go see him. You
Yeah,
will be
and
baffled and
he,
probably have a great time.
I didn't know he was in town. I totally would have gone.
Yeah, I found out at the last minute. I didn't know anything about him before maybe 12 o'clock yesterday, and someone said, "Do you want to
Have
go?"
you seen his Lord cover of Royals?
So I hadn't until looking him up upon being
Oh my
told
God,
I should
amazing.
go to a clown show.
Amazing. I'm gonna go check on listings. All right,
All
they just
right.
want to see your face anyway. I'm gonna cry a little bit. Cry
Don't
and
cry,
stuff
don't cry, Mark.
food
You
in
gotta,
my face.
you gotta come back to us.
No,
We need
no, no, it's too late now.
you.
Chat has spoken.
Fair enough. Tom Ross would have Bob at 10 poison by turn 3 and concede to an immense kindness. Yeah, so Tom Ross and Bob Ross, celebrity deathmatch. We'll see if we can get that one lined up before Halloween. Maybe we can get some people who are dressed up as Tom Ross and Bob Ross. Mike Tirico to John Gruden. I like that. That's good. I could do Mike Tirico. We're halfway through Legacy here tonight. Got an active chat. Thanks to all you for checking out the stream and supporting MTG Card Market. Legacy's kind of an interesting time right now, and so is Magic in general. Twitch Commander. No, I have never. Halloween themed Twitch Commander. Now, what is that? What is that like? Just realized that Bob Ross needs to be a dead zombie, which is pretty good. Accident prone. Accident prone. That's pretty good. Sounds like Mark's returning to us, which is always good. Glad to have the company again.
We're still waiting on one match to finish where the board state is Keranos, Propaganda, Pithing Needle versus Leyline of Sanctity, Batterskull, Deathrite Shaman, and Stoneforge Mystic.
All right.
So that's a thing. They're in turns.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll be lucky and one of them will show up on the stream next round and we can get to watch some propagandists get cast.
Yeah, they're probably going to be, well, we can put Stasis. Stream. Do you guys want to see Stasis on camera? We'll put it on there. So, Okabakalakato, thank you for sending the message on Facebook. I'll look at it in just a second. Jeez. Air Tony wants us to kiss. First time meeting this man, maybe a little later.
Yeah.
Tyler is Mike Trico to...
Yeah.
I don't even know who the fuck that is. Who?
Football commentators.
Oh, John Gruden, yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. I should have read, like, the whole thing, but no. I've only seen Legacy stream so far. Do you ever Twitch Commander, just a Halloween themed one myself? I don't like. We definitely do want to do more formats. Again, really, we got a small team. I'm the only one that really like commits to streaming regularly, and I've also got several $100s worth of equipment in all honesty, so trying to find people that I trust that can go do the other, like stream other tournaments and whatnot, is a little slow going, or people that actually want to commentate those other tournaments. So eventually we will. It's just getting kind of the process and processes in place for right now. Pretty sure we need some sneak and show.
I agree, kill at work.
I don't know if there is. Jameson's not here, so Jameson's not playing. He plays an interesting Omnitel sneak and show mashup, which is yeah. And then
Omniscience always
yes,
even more powerful when more card.
Oh wait, Okabaka Lakato said yes twice. If anyone's interested, could you see me naked from the street right now? Come on by. What? Do you live across the street? Oh, man. We don't even know. We don't even know. Oh, God. Stefan. Stefan's. Do you know Stefan?
I don't think I know Stefan.
He's an interesting gentleman.
Is that
Loves
Sasquatch?
some cats. He is. You could call him a Sasquatch. You
Oh.
could.
Who is Stefan? Oh, you
Sasquatch.
just-
Yeah.
oh, okay. all
But
right.
I would also. You could call him a Sasquatch.
In real life, he's actually a Sasquatch.
Maybe.
Okay.
He likes the gym.
All right.
Yep.
Does he like beef
that's
jerky?
a safe place. I don't know. So, Sasquatch, you like beef jerky?
Yeah.
Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't. All right. That round should be done now.
I would hope so. Yeah.
So they're gonna stare at your pretty face again.
All right.
I'm gonna go find out who the fuck we're getting on camera.
All right. We're lining up for round 3 here. Hopefully.
Do you want to reset life totals?
Yeah. Let's go
You
ahead and
gotta
do all that stuff.
You got multitask though.
Got to multitask. Yep.
Just gotta reset life totals. Leave the titles up there and stuff because that way if somebody's tuning in, they know that round 2, blah blah blah.
Sounds good. So, like Mark said, we're waiting to get round 3 started here. We were waiting on one match to finish. There was a double propaganda in play, which is certainly an unusual state of affairs for Legacy, but that's what happens sometimes. There's lots of different cards you can play. We just saw our second Tezzeret deck, but really mostly a combo deck take down the blue-eye red Delver player. Once on the back of a Blood Moon, and then with just blocking some meddling mages. See if we can get some the Khans of Tarkir cards cast, but our blue-eye red Delver player did have some treasure cruises, but we never saw one cast. You out there in the stream, favorite legacy card for from Khans of Tarkir? What's the vote? All right, we got our players sitting down here, ready to go with round 3. So,
Woo!
all right, who do we got, Mark?
I have no idea what they're playing.
Okay, that's right. We'll figure it out with the stream.
My guess is that so we got a different Jason versus a Paul.
Okay.
So we were gonna get Stasis on there. You got way into my space, sir.
Oh, I did.
Jesus,
All right.
this is wireless. You just go like that. Oh my goodness.
Well, it had to be. We had to get squeezed in together in the camera.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
Polluted Delta, Ranger. That's really not fair.
What are we? What are you guys doing? Like mental magic or something?
Question of the stream was favorite Khans of Tarkir card in Legacy, and Polluted Delta was the first response.
I like that. I'm perfectly I think that's acceptable.
It is a clever answer.
All right. Let's get this down so people can see it. I'm pretty confident that Jason is on a some form of miracles.
Okay.
These guys are both undefeated though. So, and we were gonna get Stasis on camera. However, his opponent did not want to be on camera.
All right.
So, unfortunately, we were not able to do that. Deck name. I have no idea what these guys are on.
Well, that's all right. We'll if we do have a Miracles player, we'll just watch another 2-mana blue enchantment.
Yeah, it's good.
Do some work.
Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
That makes sense. I hope so. And it is actually round 3. I'm so impressed. Like, it took a lot to build this Legacy community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
good.
really lots of different decks we're gonna see tonight, and
I'm just reminiscing now.
yeah.
Kyle and I harassing the owners of Dice Dojo to have a Legacy night.
That's
And
what it took.
then, well, it took a lot of that and just a lot of building. There's a lot of
Okay.
people, like a lot of times we didn't fire when we first started.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really taken us about probably a year and a half in order to get this, and it's been a bunch of different people helping out, getting us to this point. So it's
Wow.
it's been nice. Yeah, Jaco actually could be playing Sneak and Show as well.
All right.
I've seen him doing both. Yeah. Asa made that happen. Yeah, that's
Thanks, Asa, for bringing the Legacy community together here.
It's false. That's false.
Thanks for lying. I said, thanks for lying.
It's a good guy. It's a good guy. Again, because I need him for a graduate study I'm doing. So I have to be nice. But
Players are deciding on their opening hands here. Looks like Jason's got a lot of really pretty cards in his hand, which are going to be nice to look at, but actually make it really difficult to figure out what's in his hand before he plays it.
oh, Jason? Yeah, Jason does have a lot of very nice looking cards.
Paul with a Force of Will. Jason's going to lead us off with an island.
Okay, so I think he's on Miracles because I believe I see a red Elemental Blast in Jason's hand. Oh, Paul on Dredge.
All right,
That's a
folks.
thing.
Well, I'm not going to guarantee any successes in the commentating here with spotting a Dredge matchup, but I'm going to do our best here.
Oh, we've done it before.
All
It's
right.
fine.
I'm going to lean on Mark for
All right,
this
ready?
one.
This Golgari Grave Troll.
Here's what's going to happen.
Dredge 6. All right, that's a Brainstorm from Jason.
Yeah. Jason's going to need a Terminus, I think, here.
Okabakalakalakoto. I'm sorry, I tried. All right, it was either that or getting other people that we already had on camera. We'll get Stasis on camera next round for you guys. All right. Jeez, I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, Miracle's like, I hate playing against it, but there is a certain beauty to the deck and players that are good at playing it.
Yeah.
Like, because you got to do some shit. That's Skull and Tarn. So yeah, Jason actually has all of his cards sent off and full art done on them.
Yeah, that is really
It's pretty nice.
pretty nice to look at. That island
Yeah.
is a thing of beauty.
So Jason, I believe, actually just... Oh, so Paul's on Manaless Dredge.
He is Manaless Dredge. I assume this is end step, so he can get some Icarid triggers should he be that lucky.
And that's a cycle of, I believe, 2 life.
It is going to be 2 life here to get this Grave Troll. Again, we believe we're end step here.
So Paul doing good things, just...
Seeing 1 Icarid and 2
wow.
Narcomages, which will trigger. So he doesn't have any... Oh, he does have the Street Race, so he can even get that Icarid back.
Man.
And he has the Flare, so this could be pretty quick.
All right. So I believe we're at upkeep now.
It is upkeep. This Icarid's going to come into play.
Okay. Wow.
Paul's going to go ahead and draw.
Wowzy, wowzy.
And
That's a 5.
Attack for 5. Again, those Narcomoebas did come into play during Jason's end step, so...
See if
can
Jason's
attack.
got something. It doesn't look like it. And honestly, Jason's sitting at 20 now. He can take 5 damage. Like,
Yeah.
Jason's not in danger zone unless like Paul does crazy stuff. Like, I'm fine doing that. There's no reason to freak out and try to do something. Unless he thought that he could hit like a. Unless he thought he could hit, I don't know, like a Swords or something for the Icarid.
Right.
But see, look, you already know all the cards for Dredge. What are you saying? This could be bad.
It's just a very
crazy.
complicated deck.
You're crazy.
It does look like Paul
That
has...
is, I believe, a signed beta volcanic island.
I believe you're right. Which may be worth more than that island next to it.
Maybe. But no, so Jason's got a guy, at least this is what I've heard through the grapevine, Jason's got a guy that he sends him off to that does his altars for him.
Looks like from here he's doing a good job.
Yeah.
Does look like Paul had multiple Gataxian probes in hand, so had he hit another Dredger off that first Grave Troll Dredge, this could have had a really exciting second turn. But.
I would like to comment on that Lotus Petal.
That's
okay, so no, he is. So what's the Red Blast doing? So he is on Show and Tell.
Yeah.
We're going to see a sneak attack come out.
Lotus
Jason
Petal,
going out at 12.
Ancient Tomb. Here's a sneak attack. So kill at work. Get ready.
Oh.
Looks like we're going to see an activation here.
Well, no, there's a Force of Will in the stack.
An activation of the Lotus Petal for a red mana. That's
What is this? Oops, all spells?
I don't think so.
It's what is Force of Will doing in a Dredge deck? This has got to be Oops, all spells. All right, but now we can actually put the deck names up here. Okay.
No,
this is Manaless Dredge with Force of Will.
Phantasmagorians.
All right. I don't understand this. All right, so
Jason's gonna go ahead and read. Is it Phantasmagorian? Is that?
That's what you want.
Yeah.
All right, so sneak and show.
So Paul's gonna dredge a lot of cards this turn. If we did see those Gataxian probes, right? But,
gonna go ahead and discard some cards to bring back this
All right. So,
Phantasmagorian.
oh, there's another spirit, which is like if it's the second card down, I believe.
Okay.
I always have to look it up.
Here is a probe
For life.
for the life. Sees a Force of Will, a Blood Moon, and a Misty Rainforest.
That is a blood moon.
So
All
no
right.
monster coming for Jason. He's going to be in a lot of trouble here.
Yeah. All right.
Cannot cast his Force of Will, and Paul's going to get to.
There's gonna be some shit that
He's
happens.
gonna get to do some big
Oh
stuff.
wow, yeah, because sneak attack's doesn't have anything else going on. But yeah, let me look up the text for Nether Spirit for everybody.
No Dread Return hit yet, it looks like, but a Bridge from below. Paul going to go ahead and attack for 2.
All right, attack for 2, so Jason's down to 10.
Yep.
Okay. All right, excuse me, Nether Shadow. Sorry, not Nether Spirit. So it has haste, and if it's at the beginning of your upkeep, if Nether Shadow is in your graveyard with 3 or more creature cards above it, you can put it onto the battlefield,
All right.
and it doesn't go away at the end of the turn.
So we got a
So there's going to be. All right, so just right now, 1 Nether Shadow coming back.
well, there's all these other creatures here with the Narcomoeba.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
2 of them.
And there is a Dread Return for Paul.
All right.
He didn't have the 3rd creature this turn to cast it, but he easily will next turn.
All right, so let's see. So Dredge with Force, so weird. I completely agree. They should have gone off hard mode with LED version. It's a Manaless Dredge with Force. Okay, so looks like besides. Okay, so yep, chat's kind of.
Agrees with you that the Force of Will is very surprising.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Okabakalakalato is talking about some forces,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting.
Well, as it stands,
Oh, that's
here
a-
is a
that's a
Gristlebrand
Gristlebrand.
off the top of the deck for Jason. We'll put him up to 17. Not clear that's going to be enough
Well,
here.
no, he's going to put him down to 7. Or he's going to. Excuse me, he's
gonna
at
go
3.
He's going to go to 3.
What if what if Paul went Exile Simian Spirit Guide Bolt right now?
Jason knows he's got to look for this Emrakul here and bolt in with the Simian Spirit Guide.
Just saying, just putting that out there.
I
Like,
expect Jason would be surprised, to say the least.
I mean, he already saw a Force come out.
That is true.
I want to see this. Jason gonna go down to 2. Which is interesting because now he can't use that Ancient Tomb if just in case he found like a show and tell.
No, but he has this red mana with the sneak
No,
attack.
that's fun. No, that's not how that works.
If you draw an Emrakul here, the
Yeah, but no, that's not how
game
that.
will end.
Yeah. No, it's not about the thug.
It looks like he did.
Oh, yeah.
What a bummer for the
That's rough.
for Paul.
That's rough. All right.
Well, that's Sneak and Show, folks.
All right. See, look at that. So we got a sneak and show on camera, and everybody's like, "Hubba, miracles!" Look, bam, nothing.
Yeah.
Done.
Yep.
This is good. This is good things.
Yep. That was quite the top deck for Jason. And so, what do you think in this matchup, Mark? Who do you think has the advantage?
I mean, probably sneak and show. I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with this particular matchup.
Right.
And I'm not a big fan of Manaless Dredge. I mean, it's definitely a deck, and it has done good things sometimes, but it's just nothing that I don't cream my pants over it.
No, neither do I.
Yeah.
I suspect Paul Green doesn't either. He may be the kind of thing where he doesn't have any lines at diamonds.
Maybe.
So.
However, you know what's fun? Revokering naming Phantasmagorium.
Yeah.
And then you say,
Isn't that what Phantasmagorian says? When
Yeah.
when you discard cards and put them back in your hand.
yes, yeah. But, so you just,
sort of like insult to injury.
Yeah,
to
you
do
just
it.
you just steal the voice there,
Yeah.
though.
It's rude.
Oh, jeez. I don't even know. This is it's good things. I don't know. I'm happy. I'm happy. Chad, are you happy? I hope you're happy. He killed Psyduck. That's true.
Yeah, 5 times over, in fact.
Jenny won. Haven't seen them in a while. Haven't seen them in a while. Look at that. People.
Jenny won.
like chatting up in chat, you know? What am I wish I knew what I was saying like 90% of the time. Like, it's bad because I get quoted things that I've said on stream, like some stupid thing that I've said.
Right.
I don't remember it. Like, whatever Okabakalakato repeated, like the scoopsy poopsies, or whatever it was.
Scoopity poopity.
Scoopity poopity? Yeah.
Right.
Didn't remember saying it.
Well,
but,
now it's been memorialized in
no,
Twitch chat history.
It'll always be there.
Yes.
Always be there.
Yeah.
This is great. I like it. They're still shuffling.
They are still shuffling.
Yeah. Oh, Legacy.
Yeah.
Oh, Legacy.
Paul Green certainly playing a deck that requires lots of library manipulations and moving
Yes.
cards around.
Yes.
Very intensive.
If by that you mean he just throws them into his graveyard.
That is basically what I mean. Yeah.
However, I do have to respect Paul because I think he is the first Dredge player we've had on camera that has politely laid out their graveyard onto like the main area so that we can see it.
Yeah.
So that way we're not like craning our necks, even though that does absolutely nothing to see
Right.
from a better vantage point.
It does make it a lot better for us here.
Yes.
I suspect it makes it better for him too. It's a lot to keep track of in your head. A 40-card hand.
Oh, this is good. I still want Dredge to win. 4 Ashen Rider come in. 1 Sierra Avatar. Sierra Avatar? What the fuck is that? That's old. That's old. I had an Avatar deck
It has
back in the day. I had Avatar Woes. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, oh god, I had L5 and it was great.
Sarah Avatar,
It was
one of the best Type
bad.
4 cards that exist. You just make a 20/20 on the first.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
But yeah, Sarah Avatar, power and toughness is equal to your
Yeah.
life total, which not going to be 20 when Ball casts it or puts it into play with Dread Return, but still may win the game if he does
Pretty
that.
big. Does that flying?
It does not fly. No.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right.
No. But Sneak and Show, unlikely to put some cheap blockers in the way.
Jenny, you have yourself a good one, and I'll make a side duck related commentary where appropriate when you're gone. I will definitely do that. And it looks like Spike Moore will do it as well.
Thank you, Spike Moore, for jumping in.
Dr. Derp in there. Look at this. This is unity happening right here.
This is teamwork.
They are still shuffling.
They are.
This is impressive.
Yeah.
Again, but you can tell by Jason's cards, Legacy Pro.
Right.
Paul, I know, a little newer to Legacy,
Yep.
or at least to this Legacy scene. He's pretty vocal in our Facebook conversations when I see him posting. But as far as actually playing, don't see him out that often.
Yep.
But it's good things. It's good things. I don't even know. God, this is Okabakalakato. I have a friend, guys. Did you hunt me down?
You've been
Oh,
found, Mark.
God.
You've been found.
I don't even know. I can't even.
Players-
It's not loading. I'll have to look at that later. That's
Players finally picking up their opening hands here. We've got a Grave Troll for Paul.
yep. Extra gravity 45. Hello. Hi. Paul, pick up that booster pack wrapper on the ground. Oh wait.
Here we go. We got an
Excellent.
island. Quick show from Jason.
Oh Jesus. All right. This is good. Not really fast, but
Disrupting Shoal, it looks like, for Paul here.
disrupting. Whoa,
yeah,
what?
and he puts that
That's a.
front and center.
You have to discard another card, and what does it do?
You can discard any other blue
Blue
card,
card,
I
yep.
believe, and it'll counter a spell with that same mana cost as the discarded card, or the exiled card.
Is it X or less, or
It's
exact-
equal to. It's
Equal to?
exact, yeah.
All right. Because I know what Blazing Shoal does. It's a shame they got banned in Modern. Just putting that out there.
Yep.
So Paul got a lot of counter spells.
Yep. So Paul here chooses to be on the play. Which
Oh,
is
that's a
an
Graph
interesting-
Trigger's Cage.
Interesting choice. And that Graph Trigger Cage is going to get Force of Willed here.
Yeah, real fast.
We will see.
So here's a question. If you're Paul, like, do you almost just like side out your counter spells and just like, I don't know what his board is, but do you try to become far more aggressive and try to combo faster than him?
Yeah.
Or like, is Manaless Dredge, like, is that even possible? Like, I don't even know. I don't know the deck well enough. Oh, that's a spell pierce on that. That's
That Graph Trigger Cage is going to resolve here.
yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I think things like cards like Graph Trigger Cage are probably a reason you need to be able to try to compete with the counter war.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. So, you know, a card like this, which is going to shut down a big part of Paul's strategy. And that may be why Disrupting Shoal's in the deck to use with cards like Attacks and Pro.
That's 2 bridges though. That is something that Grafdigger's Cage does nothing about.
Absolutely.
Oh boy. All right. So is that that's the Phyrexian Angel? I can't remember. The Annex Angel,
I believe you're right.
something like that.
Is that the Chancellor?
Oh, it's okay.
Do I have that
That
wrong?
makes sense.
I believe
No.
that is the Chancellor that counters a.
Yeah, one costed if it's like
if
in
it's
your
in your
opener.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Okay. Okay.
So with the 2 bridges, some Narcomoebas could do some work here. Oh no, they can't come into play. So we'll see how Paul manages to get a creature into play.
All right. Let's see. Sorry, I'm reading.
There's some good commentary going on about the sideboarding strategy you talked about.
Is there?
Some good. Yeah.
Was there? Where?
Well, so Dr. Derp suggesting you can't side out counter spells, and
Where do you see this?
Ayrton saying.
Oh, why would you side out counter spells?
Yep, and Ayrton saying because Dredge can win without a single spell, which
Yes.
is of course true. However, Grafdigger's Cage does make that much more difficult.
All right. And Okabakalakato, I tried to look. Internet's not wanting to work very well. Oh, God. Oh, that's stuck on my arm here now. All right. Let's see. And then, yeah, Mario played against a Reanimator, and the guy reanimated an Illusion for some reason. I beat him to death with 1/1 Worm Coil tokens, and then a 5/8 Sundering Titan. That happens. That's good things. So
I'm not sure I know everything in this Manaless Dredge deck, but I don't know what outs he has to the Grafdigger's Cage.
I mean, all he has to do is with Bridge.
Right. But he needs to get a creature in play first for the bridge to work.
Yeah. Oh, he doesn't have another Dredger in the yard, does he? Unless that's a Dredger, and I'm just not familiar
He
with
does
it.
have the Shambling Shell. Yeah, that is the Shambling Shell. The
How-
one green and a black.
And what is that Dredge for?
2, I believe.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Um,
But even then, Narcomoeba can't come into play because of Grafdigger's Cage.
so Jason top decking though. He's got a show and tell, a force, and an island.
Yep.
Oh, Phantasmagorium. That's a big draw, or a
Yeah.
big discard, I should say. Gah, yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
This
that's good.
sneak attack, we could be in for some.
But that's what I'm saying. He doesn't have anything.
There's nothing in hand.
Yeah. So this is. Oh, and he missed it. Oh, he missed the Nether Shadow trigger because he could have.
Doesn't Grafdigger's Cage prevent it from?
Oh, entering play.
Entering
Yeah,
play.
yeah, okay, never mind.
So that's where I don't
See,
know what
this
else.
is. I don't claim to be good at Magic ever, and this is why.
Yeah, there's a lot of cards to keep track of here.
Phantasmagorium, you should be able to still activate the ability, right?
He can still activate that, but to what effect? I think is probably what
Discard
he's-
3 cards. That's all
Right.
you care about.
Yeah,
And you see, he's got some pretty big dredgers in him.
right.
Does he think he can't dredge with this out?
He can dredge, but what?
No, I know, but why didn't he? He's just been drawing.
What is he playing to here?
I don't know, but I feel like dredging is probably part of that plan to
Yeah.
get yourself
It
out.
looks like some people in the chat are saying there is literally no card. Yeah, KG is game.
Yeah.
So we're really just going through.
I like that. Hope his opponent gets DQ'd.
Right.
DQ. I read that as like disconnected from Moto because
Yeah.
sometimes that's why I never pick them up. And I always make people like if they're playing like High Tide or something, I make them go through their combo because I'm like, you can disconnect and you're running your chess clock down. So have fun with that. So that's a ponder though.
Well,
So hopefully Jason must not have seen anything. He's shuffling.
yeah.
So
Probably gonna make Jason kill him, but it does sound like there's really likely no outs here.
yeah. So all right. So he could get. Let's see. So he gets a Narcomoeba.
Can't underplay.
He casts an Archamoeba.
How? He has no
in
mana.
Manaless Dredge.
Right.
All right. No, but listen, he sighted in land. All right. This is the plausible. Why isn't he dredging?
There's no reason for him to. He knows that.
Yeah, I guess there isn't.
Yeah.
Because anything that he flashback wise, he can't flashback.
Although the question is, why is he not dredging and continuing to play at the same time? Because if he's not going to dredge, he may as well really just scoop him up.
Yeah, that's. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. All right. So this is something, and so.
Scoopity poopity. Who's Cobalt indeed? That is what happens here to the Crystal Brain.
It's a skippity poopity. All right, so we have a lot of time in left.
We do.
I'm going to kick this back to you,
All right.
so because my God, do they love you? I don't know.
Give it
I
a
don't.
try.
It's like I don't even know. I'm just going to come in like shaven a little better,
Yeah.
and maybe that's it. Just have a little specks on the cheeks. All right, I'm going to copy your look exactly.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm going to go
Give
try
it
to
a
find
whirl.
us another match. if you want to
Reset some of this
just
stuff.
just the
life
life
totals. We'll go
Yeah.
ahead and take care of that. So yeah, we did just see WUBRGxyz defeat the Manaless Dredge player, and that was really it. Like some of the people in the chat were saying, there's really nothing they can do at that point. Thank you, Dr. Derp. Glad to be here tonight. My first time commentating, doing the stream here at MTG Card Market. Having a lot of fun, doing some Legacy. Gotta go ahead and get these life totals set up, though. Those of you who are close enough to try to make it out here sometime in the future, MTG Card Market up on Belmont in Chicago. Those of you who are out distant, too far away in Chicago or in another place, glad you're tuning in tonight. Check it out. Yeah, the spell pairs did prove to be really important to resolve that cage. Jason knew what he was playing around and was able to stick it for the win. Gotta get these life totals. Gotta see a number of different decks tonight. Still no Khans of Tarkir cards cast, it seems, but that's alright. We're not going to try to force the wedges on anybody either, so we're just going to go with the old school names tonight. So if we get a Rug Delver or a Bug Delver even, sorry to those of you who don't want to see it, but we're going to call it Rug and Bug. We may be able to get another match on here for the end of round 3. Maybe we can catch somebody going into game 3.
All right, we're gonna have give her a quick second. Let's see which player's sitting where. We're gonna have Ant versus Thopter Blade.
Fantastic.
It is a fantastic. Let's see. So
another.
Phil is sitting where. Oh no! Did he kick the camera?
Oh, the camera has been kicked. It looks like.
Oh.
Sorry for those of you experiencing vertigo.
It's all right. Let's see. Let's see this really quick. Just let me lean in here. Actually, that looks about right.
Yeah, well done. Well done,
All right,
Paul and Jason.
good. I think, all right. So that's not Jason.
No.
That is all right. Yeah. So let's see. So you were fast. Fast like a ninja. These guys, I have no idea what their records are. I should go check. Actually, do you want to go check what their player records are? And I'll get this, and then yeah. Honestly, I'm just getting jealous of you being in the booth and everybody loving you and not loving me. That's really what this is about. So all right, so guys, they'll be up and going in just a quick second. All right, so Brett, Eric's, okay, and then we're gonna see Phil again, Mr. Phil Silberman. Phil Silberman. All right. Oh, is it?
Yep.
Did we see Phil lose on camera? I didn't think I thought Phil won. Did he not? I don't even remember. That was so long ago.
Lost.
No.
Lost to Peter, right?
I don't even know.
Yeah, the combo grindstone.
I bumped the cameras. It's good.
You put it back like perfectly. I was really impressed. Yeah. All right, so this is the O2 bracket. You know, we want to give everybody a shot in the limelight.
Leyline of Sanctity in
Seems good.
Brett's hand, yeah.
Yeah. Brett also has very pretty cards. This is he's got cards very similar to Jason's. This is the round of full art altars.
Great.
It's good. It's a good thing. All right, so geez, I feel
People are
like
asking us where we are here.
where are we?
We're in Belmont.
We're not in Belmont.
on Belmont.
Belmont's a suburb of Charlotte, North Carolina. My parents live there.
Right.
All right. Jeez.
We're not there.
We're not there. No, so we're in Chicago.
We're
Thursdays we're at MTG Card Market. They graciously let us cast here. And we are right off the Belmont Red Line stop, more or less Belmont and Racine. On Mondays, we're Chicagoland Games, and they are right off the Bryn Mawr Red Line stop at which is basically Broadway and Bryn Mawr. So, Leyline coming into play for Brett at the beginning of the game, and then we're going to see a preordained from Phil.
I like trying to turn off Phil's duresses and maybe some thought teases. And, of course, the Tendrils of Agony, obviously, that Phil is likely to want to win the game with.
Yep. So, so again, MTGcardmarket.com is where we are tonight, and then ChicagolandGames.com is where we are on Mondays. So, sorry if we missed anything else. If we missed any other questions, guys, let me post them back up in chat, and I'll get to them. I can't trust Tyler to do anything.
No.
This is so bad. That's a Glacial Fortress.
That is. Always an interesting land to see in Legacy, but a nice one that gets around choke. And
yeah, I mean, people like that. That's not uncommon, and I would hope that he played it in Legacy if he paid for the full art footer of it.
Yes.
No, we are not affiliated with the shop as of right now. We jump back and forth between different shops, so we're our own entity. We are WUBRG. So it looks like Brett just wants to get a clock going.
He's just going to beat down with the Snapcaster
Which
right here.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
He's got the leyline to really shut down Phil.
Yeah.
Phil's stuck on one land here.
at least for the time being.
At least for the time being.
At least for the time being.
At least.
Come on. Come on.
Is that supposed to continue?
What's my favorite color? It's rainbow plus black an option. I like pastel. I'll say that. Any pastel color, my favorite. I'm a true Carolina boy. You can appreciate this.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So it's good having somebody else. So I'm guessing he's swinging back in again.
Yes. Loves pedal for Phil.
Unless I missed something, right? He swung twice with him now.
Yep.
Okay, that's what I thought. No, Glacial so Telly, the dual land on a in this particular deck is not. It's not actually a budget concern. It's as Tyler was saying. It's to get around choke and a few other cards.
Right.
That it's actually relevant to have it not be a island. So Brett actually had 19 here from that force.
Right. Choosing to force a Dark Ritual, which is...
But it shut him down.
It certainly did, and getting the Lotus Petal in the deal, so happy with his 2
Two for two, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, swinging in. Phil going to go down to 14 here. If the mouse would click. You know, the clickety-clack?
Gotta do the clickety-clack.
Clickety-clack. Gotta go for it.
Now, it looks like Brett's got another Force of Will, so likely why he was willing to just fire one off there at that Dark Ritual.
The GP is in... like Spike more. He's doing Okabakalaka. So the GP is in New Jersey somewhere. We have a hotel.
Okay.
We're going to be there. It's going to be good. Are you going?
No, I'm not.
You should go.
You guys are going to have a great time.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be awesome. Very much looking forward to it. Yeah, so let's see. The magic scene here is ass. All right. There you go.
Where did that come from?
Where did what come from?
Oh, the magic scene.
Oh, Okabakalaka. Sorry. Okabakalaka said their magic scene was ass.
Oh, okay.
The most articulate of descriptions.
It is.
Getting in for another 2.
He is.
Phil
He's
gonna
chip
go.
away here.
Phil gonna go down to 12. Okabakalaka. I mean that only in love.
Yeah. Even though these are really not, these hits for 2 aren't that impressive. They're going to shut down a big ad nauseum if Phil ever gets to that point.
Yep, which we might actually see here because it looks like the bottleneck is black mana.
Interested to see if Brett goes ahead and Force of Wills again. I can understand why he was willing to the first Dark Ritual.
Well, he's fetching here, so I almost wonder if he's got a counter spell, but I don't know why you need
I
to.
think he's going to pay the full cost for this Force.
Oh, all right, that's a thing too.
Yeah, which it's still interesting.
That's a 1 for 2.
Yeah.
Card advantage.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But especially with the leyline in play, it's not clear what he's why he's that afraid of letting Phil.
Tyler, I don't understand. So Spikemore will go if you go, and then I'm going to assume that Cal Exy is going to go too.
All right.
Because I'm thinking that's what that is. Probably not, because I did not read the rest of the chat. However, that's what I'm going to assume it is.
Yeah.
So that was a hard casted Force of Will. You are correct.
Which did shut Phil down there.
Yeah, this is just unfortunate.
Brad continues to get in with the Snapcaster, but
We've seen a lot of these little creature beats.
ooh, and
Oh.
this one Canada's,
That's
surely the nail in the coffin.
Phil could play a lot of art. He could technically go Lion's Eye Diamond, Petal. Like he could have 6 Storm, 7 with like that could be his hand.
That is true.
4 Lion's Eye Diamond, 2 Petal, and the
Infernal Tutor.
no, you don't want an Infernal Tutor. You need to have the Tendrils in hand.
But even the Tendrils with the Leyline in play.
It's just cast 2 spells, right? So you can cast Tendrils and then you get all the copies.
But he can't target Brett because of the Leyline.
Well, yeah,
Oh.
but this is a perfect world, okay?
Okay.
Where the perfect world where Leyline doesn't exist, but Candace is still on the board.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah,
If he had a Chain of Vapor end of turn, he could
Yes.
run into the
done. See, we figured this out.
There you
Broken it.
Yeah.
Broken
Here is
it.
the Chain of Vapor, in fact. But it's going to go with the Aethersworn Canonist, which means that was end step. So Phil fires that off. Goes for a pre-order.
I wish it had gone for the Leyline, and he just did have that exact 7. Like,
Yeah.
I guess he would have actually had to rip one off the top in order to make that exact 7.
Right.
Oh man, that would have made me so
Spike
happy.
likes your maybe board.
And wait, what? Can I, Mark? If I go, can I borrow? I don't own elves. The only deck that I have is Mud, and that'll be what I'm playing.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Do you
stopped.
have any special technology in the mud list for the GP?
Not particularly. 8-man lands.
Okay.
Because I have a feeling Miracles is going to be a thing.
All the Nexuses, right? Or the Nexi?
No. The
Factories?
4 Mutavault, 4 Factory.
Oh, okay.
Because turns out Mutavault, very good factory. Oh, look! He's got it. He's got it.
Two Lions.
Two more Lion's Eye Diamond, 2 Petals. Come on. Phil's at 5.
You'll go for the Infernal Tutor. Sacrificing both petals. Brainstorm for Brett here.
I don't know. This is good. I like it.
Not sure what Phil can get to get him out of this.
Dr. Derp, Nakabakalakato. No, you can't borrow Mud. I'm sorry. Well, if you can like get me into the SCG booth and I'll just commentate in the same manner that I do here, which I think would go over incredibly well with the SCG team. We can totally make that happen. Actually, no, because like I have 4 foil metalworkers in that, and those things are worth $1 billion now because of the because they were unbanned in Modern.
Ooh, and a big.
All right, so this is what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that right?
Not certain.
We're gonna go with I'm gonna go with a maybe 7. So we're gonna see maybe 14 goblins.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's some dice.
Right.
There might be some dice.
I would hope so. Likely a 2-turn clock.
Yep,
certain.
14.
And rather than die, we get this piece of paper, which
We're
Phil
gonna
is kindly
yeah we're gonna fix that.
emphasizing for us.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Phil. We're also gonna go ahead and throw that bad boy. Oh goodness. Oh goodness gracious.
So Phil able to put 14 goblins into play.
There we go. Shows much up better on the black. God, I can't speak tonight.
Brett's gonna go ahead and attack, and Phil will block
I don't see. I disagree with that.
with the block there.
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah.
You just go YOLO, and you say if you got a bolt, he's got a bolt, which would be impressive.
Yeah. I think you have to make the block here. If you don't block here, there's no reason for why you would block next turn, and you don't really want to let Phil.
So this is going to be interesting whether he goes and gets Blade or if he goes and gets like a Worm Coil. Oh, so I wonder if he's got Thopter Foundry in hand.
It is possible. So if he deploys both of those this,
So if he's
this
got-
turn,
Yeah, he's got Sword of the Meek, because he can survive. So he'll take probably 12 if this happens. Oh, am I going to get excited? Am I going to do a happy dance? Oh, no.
Deathrite Shaman.
Oh,
Another
no.
Deathrite Shaman.
Oh,
Here's the Canonist.
oh. All right, so this is going to take, he's going to take what? About 9 out of this?
Yeah, it looks like he'll be able to block 4 of them and take 9. Going to 9, which will give him a couple turns here. He'll be able to recoup some life with the Deathrite Shamans. Brett may be able to win.
Bam. Look at that. Slams it. Wait, what?
I believe that's a concession from Phil.
Oh, because if he swings out, he dies on the crackback.
Yeah.
All right, that's
He's dead to the Deathrite Shamans. Activating twice.
Well, yeah, but he has to leave him back. Block
Right.
and it's just a little bit. The writing was on the wall.
It was.
The writing was on the wall.
So that was our second feature match for round 3.
But Tyler, we're gonna have to have you back
All right.
solely because 13.
Because 13. Crackback was lethal, actually.
13.
There it is.
13.
Great things
Just
of
for you.
perspective happening here in WUBRG.
See, I always get weirded out like when it's like that, and it's just like your hand moves underneath it.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh, sure. Your brain's trying to like
magnets.
think of
How do they
things.
work? You know,
Yeah, it is a
It's-
mystery.
it is a mystery.
Yeah, electricity and
Yeah.
magnets.
Sometimes, do you know what I'm referencing?
No.
Look it up. It's
Okay.
a good thing. It's Insane Clown Posse video,
Okay.
or I guess song rather. The video for it is amazing as well.
All right.
By amazing, I mean amazing. Then yes. And in it, they question the validity of science because, and their evidence is magnets
Sure.
not knowing how they work,
Okay.
which breaks all of science for not having that one answer.
Yeah. There's a lot of things science doesn't know though, besides just magnets.
I apologize to any juggalos or juggalettes in the audience tonight, because I don't mean to rain on ICP Parade. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit. All right, so I'll go see if there's another match. I don't know if there's.
We got 10 minutes left here.
Yeah, I don't. There could be. There could be some miracles. I don't know. Chat. Let's see. I don't think we missed any questions, but we might have. Oh, sorry. Metal. I said metal worker legal and modern, which I wish that was fucking true. However, I meant EDH. I meant EDH. EDH is what I meant there. Look at that. So Okabaka Akato claims that he knows
Said.
P. Sully and Cedric, so maybe we'll get that up. He did not have the money for an. Okay. Oops, so that's that. Terminus. Can't get Wormcoil. I agree. Plus more Thopterinis. I don't even know. Oh, that's true. Yeah. So he would have gained life, a lot of life next time.
Right.
Yeah. Must have as a winning condition. Yeah, he's not concerned. Okay, figured a hilarious mark by me, Manaless. What? This stream.
Yeah.
This stream. Lost all respect tonight.
People are all over the place.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So just before we started this this second match, we were talking about favorite Khans of Tarkir Legacy card.
Yeah. And just really quick to answer Dr. Derp, your question, there will be one more round after this.
One more round.
But now back to KTK
Yeah.
Legacy.
Favorite Legacy card. What's yours, Mark?
Favorite Legacy card?
From Khans of Tarkir.
Yeah. I don't like any of them that are seeing play. Just because, well, I mean, like, Treasure Cruise just seems it's being played in Bug Delver, and I hate it. Like, I don't think it belongs in a deck. I don't think 4 copies belong in a deck that runs Tarmogoyf.
And already has Ancestral Recall in the form of Ancestral Vision.
Sure, and also, like, well, it runs 4 Tarmogoyf, 4 Deathrite Shaman, and then you're trying to run 4 heavy Delve cards. I don't like it. 2, sure, not 4.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with one of the fetch lands, too. I'm going to cop out. Polluted Delta.
Polluted Delta from Mark. So we did hear Polluted Delta earlier. Swift Spear, a common vote. Really interesting card, given that Goblin Guide's already been around, but the Swift Spear seems so much better. Gary, the name of Monday's commentator, not sure. Get Mark to get back to you on that when he's back. Clever Impersonator, TX Raider, yeah, really kind of neat card, especially for Legacy, where there's many interesting permanents all over the place that you can copy. Sure will be many cool stories of clever impersonations over future months. Copy Dark Depths. That is quite good, Gary. That is yet another way to activate Dark Depths and get yourself a 2020. Gary Thompson. Or Jerry Thompson. Are we back with another match? Or
No.
We're done.
Cloud Post is still playing, but they're in game 3. But we're gonna bring Stasis to camera next time.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah. Because it sounds like the undefeated are gonna draw, and I hate putting matches on camera that they drew because it's just not as fun.
They don't care. You don't care. We don't care.
I care.
Do
I
you?
care deeply. Right here.
And the people know that. They feel
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Merit Liege, what are we talking about? I'll counter with Tyler pitching. What? What is happening? Oh, gee.
There's some clever impersonators. We were talking about 2020s, and I think I've been cleverly impersonated.
Okay.
We were talking about clever impersonator with Dark Depths.
Yep.
Getting a 2020.
And Cal XR, we're gonna call you Calcifer
Yeah.
because I'm a Miyazaki fan.
Calcifer.
So Calcifer, yes, you should always cast Blood Moon on turn 1. That does not make you a bad person. That makes you a fantastic person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did that once against a Bug player on turn 5. It was pretty great. Or, well, I mulled to 5. Did it in turn 1.
Yeah.
Made me feel good inside.
I bet it did. I did
And
not feel good inside.
then let's see. Venerable Lamasu. I think it's cards. Stasis is amazing. Ask him to post the deck list. Okabaka Lakato, we did a deck tech at the end of our last stream. So if you go to our YouTube channel, it's up there. You should be able to find it. And you'll see his entire deck. I think he's made a few changes. I'll try to get him to write an article about it and get it up on the site. Because he's 2-1 right now.
Okay.
Or, yeah, 2-1. That's right. Yeah. So he promised if he went 3-1, he would write he'd write an article about it.
Cool.
So, why haven't you written an article?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Do it.
Maybe I'll write one for you.
Do it. Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it. My luck. What? Looking forward to getting plowed over by Burn at GP New Jersey. Why don't get plowed? Like, Cal Exile, what are you on? What are you playing? I'll give you a hint. If you're playing Blood Moon, you can probably run Chalice. You run Chalice, you put that sucker on 1, Burn has a hard time. I play 4 Evoker main as well. He must be on Mud. This must be a fellow Mudman.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. Unless he's on some like weird Death and Taxes that runs Red and Blood Moon.
Yeah, which is not so unlikely.
I like that. I like it. Hate Stacks. Oh, he's on Stacks. That's what he Moon. Oh, okay. Similar decks.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you shouldn't have a hard time with like
It's Chalice.
4 Chalice, 4 Trinisphere.
Yeah.
Just play some Grim Manaless, and you're good. That way you can shit out Trinisphere on turn 2.
Wonko engines.
Yeah. No, you're fine. Burn shouldn't be that bad of a matchup for you. Cop Red Calyx. I don't know what that means.
Play a Circle of
Calcifer.
Protection Red.
Oh.
That'll be the reaction your opponent has. For those of you out there trying to watch, Mark's turning blue here.
A little bit.
A little bit.
I got water.
Yeah.
It's sparkly goodness.
It does look sparkly.
Good. I've had Chalice on 1 and Trinisphere out with my lands deck, and guy got me anyway. Yeah, that sounds like a Price of Progress problem. That's where you run Wasteland and you shoot. Can we have a Stasis versus Stacks game? Oh, that would be one of the most miserable things to watch, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that being a lot
The
of fun.
reason why I like this Stasis list so much is because it runs Keranos, and Keranos is fantastic. and he can consistently turn it on, which just
Okay.
makes you happy.
Right.
When you see a Keranos swing in Legacy.
Stasis is already 2. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
You're not that far. Keranos swinging.
is
away.
Stasis blue? I thought it was 1 blue.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
There's 1 blue.
Yeah. Figure out your shit.
Yeah.
It's not counterbalance.
No.
Fucking Tyler.
I was thinking it was. But
Yeah.
it's not. It's 1 blue.
Bring back Tez Painter. We can try. We'll try. I imagine the Stasis. See, last time we had Stasis on camera, which was Monday, they said that it wasn't going to be a fast game. Guess what? It was.
Really?
Yeah, it was actually. It was kind of fast. Yeah, we're gonna put just make sure Kyle gets on there with Stasis. Kyle Norman.
Kyle's magic.
Yeah, thank you. All right, so which Kyle should already know, but it's so nice. We just gotta make sure like you gotta just be like whatever, and then this makes it a lot more nice for us because then it's not crazy or struggling. People haven't already started.
Right.
Trying to get them on camera at that point.
Getting it set up.
Resurrect Jace, the Mind Sculptor, Keranos, back to basics. Done. Woo! A 3-sphere Chalice and Thorn in play. Oh, God. Making in front of camera, beating people to death with Lodestone Golem. It's a good feeling. Oh, God. I was on camera a few weeks ago. I took a break from commentating. Ended up losing because I kept, like, the worst hand ever, and because I should have known. Like, I knew better, but I was like, I want to see what this deck does with Rishodon Port. I was playing against Burn. But the second game, I went Chalice on 1, into Trinisphere, into Lodestone Golem, and then I played like another Lodestone 2 turns later. It was good things.
Yeah.
And then I got to lead Live Calcifer's Dream. It was a good thing.
That is a pretty intense way to win.
It is. All right. So we're moving into round 4 here. Gotta figure out why why they haven't gotten on camera yet. We're still gonna have to go out there anyway and check to see what decks they are or what their records are. I know Kyle's 2-1, so not. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, was that a knock at the camera?
Camera is shaking.
Oh, that looks good. Looks good. I don't think. Oh, there they go. All right, so we're gonna take our pretty faces off of here. Mostly Tyler's pretty face, because you guys are just bad people. And it looks like they're just messing around. I don't know what they're doing. But again, I'm gonna go check. I believe that's Kyle over there. So we know he's 2-1. I'm gonna go find out the. Well, I guess I should find out who the fuck he's playing too. So
Yeah.
that might be good. And I will be right back. I trust you to handle this for me in my absence.
Let's see what we
Not
can
that
do.
you can actually change anything else. But.
All right, so hopefully we've got Stasis here lining up on the right. And we'll see who we've got on the left. Klexel, fair point about actually playing with Stasis. It is a pretty limiting card. He is.
Glad you guys watched me just donk out horribly.
Yeah, there were a couple tough matches, Phil.
It's like, I would say a solid half of those games were my fault, and then the other half was just my deck taking a jump up.
Yeah.
I played this deck enough to know, like, sometimes you just have games where you don't draw Infernal Tutor, and those games are really hard to win. Or you have games where you don't draw, like, a second land.
Or you don't play around that days.
Or I don't play around days, yeah. Or that game, he had 4 lands in play, and I'm like, huh, I could go for something this turn, play around Hardcast Force. And then I didn't, and then he Hardcast a Force. And I was like, yeah, alright. I feel really smart right now. Real smart.
All right, and if Deadpool is still in here, Deadpool, if you're still in the chat, guess what we got for you? Yeah, we got this for you. Oh, he's probably so excited.
He probably he may leave if he's still here.
All right, and so
Well, it's not Saltite Delver. It is Bug Delver. It's,
Yep. I
we're ready.
refuse. Bug is just too much of a better name. Krein. All right. Which is like line. It's Crine. Crine.
Or
Crine.
Crane.
Crane?
Probably crying.
Crine. It's something. He explained it to me, and I've promptly forgotten, and I feel bad about it.
Yeah.
But we should probably start this timer. Looks good. All right. So this should be good. Get wrecked, Delver. Go Ben. Oh, jeez. Yeah. So this should be interesting. So Kyle actually had a problem with against Bug Delver on Monday.
Okay.
He said that it was more along the lines of just good draws by his opponent.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see if that holds true.
Sure. Certainly, Abrupt Decay seems quite good against the card Stasis.
And that was apparently his bug opponents all 3 Abrupt Decays.
All right.
So
Imagine it's hard to win with your namesake enchantment in that case.
yeah.
Kyle is on a mulligan here. Looks like Ben seems satisfied with a Liliana, a Sylvan Library, and Force of Will and another blue card in there.
Yeah. But let's see. Oh, that was kind of an upset like hand thingy back. All right. So Kyle's going first. All right. Suspending an Ancestral.
Yeah,
Seems
he has a
okay.
Relzeric in hand. Yes, it's a good start for him.
All right. What a ballsy fucker. You know, sometimes he's a ballsy fucker.
Yeah. Underground Sea going to lead into Deathray Shaman, it looks like, which is going to be a good start. Oh, no, a Delver.
Yeah. All right. So
Kyle
now
with
Kyle with the Force. All right. So we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully this.
Delver is going to stay small. Read some scrolls.
Yeah, and I have high hopes. I want to see Stasis do this.
Yeah.
So getting in for 1. Kyle gonna go down to 19.
The Ancestral Vision's certainly in a position to be good.
Oh yeah.
If the game can grind on a little bit.
Which I mean it should. It's Stasis versus Bug Delver, so
You would think so.
yeah.
Certainly Kyle wants it to grind.
Yep. All right. So now it's 1919 all. What does that mean?
Yeah. I think it means that all of them have 1919.
There's only 2. Do you really use like the all?
Right.
Like
But both sounds pretty foolish, I think. 1919 both.
what are you, a communist?
1919 each.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Sylvan Library looks like it's going to come down here for Ben.
Yes. Look, yep, Cal Exile. It's Monday and Thursday. Correct. We stream Legacy Mondays 7 o'clock Central Time. Thursdays 7:30 Central Time. So this is that's a Sylvan Library. That's a thing. Oh, but that's going to get forcing. Force pitching Relzeric. Kyle going to go down to 18 here.
Yeah. And he clearly values that Sylvan Library very highly to be willing to get rid of the Relzeric.
Yeah.
Ral in a position that he could come down, kill a Delver, and then start untapping for Stasis. But
Yeah.
oh, look, it looks like he does have a copy of Stasis in his hand and another Relzeric, which is why he was
And-
willing to get rid of.
Oh, that's a back to basics too. Oh, but he doesn't play it.
Oh, it was a back to basics, not a Stasis. You're right.
He
Chooses-
doesn't play
chooses
it.
not
That
to play the
is.
back to basics. That's surprising.
Yeah, that I don't.
Especially with Ben tapped out there.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't play it. Maybe he was really worried about days.
Yeah.
Like that's the only thing I can really think of.
Right, but it's not clear it's getting much better for you. You don't know you're going to draw land.
No, and you're letting him have the opportunity to have Abrupt Decay this way.
Right.
And now he's got a Deathrite Shaman out.
Yep. And
So
at least if he does days, your back to basics.
there's a Stasis.
There is the Stasis.
All right, so I don't know. I'm interested.
Ben has double force,
Oh.
which is certainly going to be good
Does
for
Kyle
him.
know that though?
No, he has no information there.
And he does have a days in hand, so yeah, not a
So
lot of
Ben,
stuff.
Ben really a commanding position here.
Yeah,
Kyle's
this
gonna
is
need
tough. This is rough.
Yeah,
Rough and tough.
it is
Rough
rough.
and tumble?
With Kyle at 15, going down to 12 here,
All right.
pressure is on.
We got to make sure we're watching
To
these.
12.
We got. That's what I said.
Yeah.
I want to say 13. Why? Cuz.
Just,
Hashtag cuz.
Thoughtseize here as well. Yeah.
Oh, that's rough. That's rough.
choosing to take the back to basics.
Well, maybe. I think he's just curious to see what the fuck it was. Yeah. Yes. All right. Back to
He'll
basics.
take that.
Yeah, I imagine we'll see a Deathrite activation as well.
So Kyle's probably feels fine if this resolves, but there's really no way I can imagine Ben letting him do that.
Yeah.
Knowing Kyle's hand.
I mean, he's gonna have to force it. Yeah. I mean, if this resolves, Kyle, I think gets a little bit more back, a little more back in the game. I mean, he's still got to fight through a few forces. But I mean, Kyle's got counter spells of his own. So. Yeah. Like.
Yeah, if this Visions does resolve and Kyle can draw a few lands, then maybe he has a chance of going Stasis and buying some time. But as it is, the force comes down.
Yeah.
And
Ben not letting that happen.
no,
Ben's like, hey, you want that?
too bad.
Give it to me. And then he takes it.
Too bad. If only he'd misdirected it, that would have been.
Oh, man.
Whew.
Oh. Wait, Ben misdirected the...
No, if Ben had misdirected him.
Yeah. And he's like, no, this is my draw 3.
Exactly. Yeah, really, it's fine.
Oh, goodness.
Looks like Kyle may have drawn another copy of Back to Basics.
I almost feel like you just run it out at this point. Like,
Yeah, certainly doing nothing here is unlikely to lead to a victory.
yeah, Kyle kind of getting fucked, just not having... It's kind of mana screwed. I think he's considering playing the Stasis, actually. Which saves him 6 points of damage.
Mm,
So, like, it's a fog for a little bit, I guess.
yeah,
So,
but it will time walk him the turn that he sort of has to take off to let it die.
yeah, that's very true. I just think he's between a rock and a hard place.
Oh, he
and
certainly is.
yeah. So you gotta do what you gotta do.
Ben's gonna go ahead and drain for 2,
Yeah.
knowing that he won't untap.
Excuse you, drain. He's just doing 2 damage. Drain it would indicate that Ben's gonna gain 2 life off of that. So I would watch
Sure.
your fucking terminology. Thank you.
Fair enough.
Sweet Jesus. Come on.
For those of you who can't see, Mark is raging out here. He's ready to kick over chairs.
Yeah. But I don't, unlike some people.
He doesn't. He restrains himself.
Unlike some people who are just willy-nilly with the chair kicking.
Yeah. Just can't pass up that urge.
Okay, so this was... Alright, so he's dazing the Stasis? Okay, so he activated... Okay. Alright. Sure. But Kyle had the land to pay for that, right?
He did. But if he does, then Stasis is going to die on his next turn.
Oh, and then he time
So,
talks. Okay.
For some reason
yeah.
he chooses not to, yeah.
Well, no, that's fine, because
it'll time walk
yeah,
him.
yeah,
So he's willing to trade for the days.
which seems fine.
Call it a...
Kyle gonna get out of 7 though. This is definitely unfortunate. I was hoping for this is making this deck just look bad. When,
Yep.
when it's not, Kyle just hasn't been able to draw any land. So actually, Kyle's at 6. Excuse me, because of that fetch.
So Ben chooses to run out the Liliana here rather than put Kyle dead next turn.
Yeah, which seems like an interesting play.
Yeah, it is surprising not to sort of just kill your opponent.
I mean, I can see what his thought like, just in case Kyle somehow had a way to get out of it. I mean, an active Liliana every turn is not fun for Stasis.
Right. Back to basics here. Not gonna do it.
No, but let's see.
Liliana will eat Kyle's last card, and he'll drop to 2.
Yeah.
Probably no.
Oh,
outs
and
in the deck.
that was an abrupt decay. Because that does, granted, he doesn't have the land to use it,
Right.
but all right, circumvent the downside. Yeah, Resurrect. Yep. That is Grixis.
Yep.
I don't even know. What are we doing here? It's got so quiet. Is it because it's like late at night?
It's a little late at night.
You're a little late at night.
Little quiet.
Shut up.
Yeah.
All right? You don't tell me what to do. This shit's science, okay? Jesus.
Which is debunked, though, right? Magnets.
Magnets. Fucking how do they work?
Yeah. It is.
God damn it. Oopsie poopsity. Scoopsity poopsity?
Oopsity poopsity.
Oopsity poopsity. I like this. We're just gonna do this.
So just because Ben's going to go ahead and abrupt decay the back to basics, just for the total domination.
All right. Oh god, and Kyle just got. All right, so we're gonna go to game number 2 here. Really unfortunate. I imagine we're gonna see a better showing next time. Kyle's on the play. He's got a sideboard plan specifically for Bug.
He does.
I don't remember what it was. He told me what it was because we talked about a sideboard. But I think good things. We'll see good
he's
things.
taking out some Force of Wills, maybe. Not great in a super grindy game.
Yeah, not at all. We're going to leave Kyle at 6 life just to make this a more challenging game.
Yeah.
I think, right? Am I wrong? We're a thong. Oh, man, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good
Ripping
tonight.
it off here.
I know.
How do you say Garrick, Mike?
Garrick. Yeah. Because it's the correct way, not Garuk.
Garuk. Yeah.
Every time I hear Garuk, I want to go, Garuk, Garuk, Garuk is on fire. Get it. Get it. He's a southern boy, too. He's going to say it the same way. How do you say it?
Garrick.
Yeah.
That's it.
No.
That's how it's said.
It's better that way.
Yeah.
Thank you. This is good. This is good. I appreciate this.
It looks like some Pyroclasms maybe for Kyle coming in.
Ooh.
This will be a spicy
Yeah,
one.
that seems good.
Yeah.
You know that the Deathrite Shaman? You know
Yeah.
that Delver? You know what those die do? You know what those die do?
What do they die to?
Retrovama 1.
There you go. Full circle away.
Engineered explosives.
Sure. Arc Lightning, even if it hasn't flipped. It's
No.
a standard winner.
No.
Yeah.
No. In Garrick's wake,
Yeah.
they died of that. I want to see Kyle play it.
Garrick's Wake.
I want to see Kyle play it. Let's see. Hashtag. Let's start a Twitter campaign. Hashtag Stasis play Garrick's wake. That was probably Jeffrey. It was Pyroclasm that he brought in.
We do believe so, yeah.
Yeah. No, I know for a fact he has those. That's how he beat Miracles.
Okay.
Apparently, his Miracles opponent had 2. Why can't I think? Meddling Mages on the board.
Oh.
And a
Vendilion Click.
Vendilion Click. Yeah.
Quite a good
And,
Pyroclasm there.
It was a good Pyroclasm. Good Pyroclasm.
That is some value.
I was going to take So, Calcifer says, I was going to take Painter to GP in New Jersey, but I couldn't sell a kidney quick enough to buy a place at Recruiters. That's a problem.
Yes.
Because you're not talking to the right people. You should be able to sell a kidney pretty quickly.
Yes.
The recovery time in the methods that they extract the kidney
Right.
might take a little long, or you just die. But you should be able to sell it.
Yeah.
Just saying.
They are in high demand.
Yeah, you just go to I'm sure the Silk Road is still active, like in some carnation. You don't know what the Silk Road is?
Yeah.
You do know what it is?
Yeah.
The
Which do you mean?
website?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, not the actual, like, not, jeez, not historical Silk Road. I guess they're both historical now, but
Sure.
the more recent.
Sadly, for those like Collector trying to sell kidneys, the new Silk Road is now old as well.
Yeah, so the promo bolt, they actually used to be mine. And then I sold all my physical cards at one point. Kyle was the benefactor of that.
Okay.
So he got a few of them.
Nice.
And by a few of them, I mean 4. But he also got the Pyroclasms, the full-out Pyroclasms that I had.
Yeah.
And I can say that I don't think he's got Bolt in the board, but he does have the Pyroclasms.
All
He
right.
might have Bolt in the main. Not sure. Don't remember from the deck. Hashtag I'm outie.
Well, we'll get to see.
Hashtag Stasis run Garrick's wake. Hashtag yellow swag. Hashtag
It's lots of hashtags.
what can I think? Dark red, win.
That's it.
Metamorphosis.
7 mana. That's all you need.
Mm-hmm.
Easy game.
Yeah, Metamorphosis.
There you go.
Yeah, I like this. This is good.
Moto 71 Gaming. No White Tigers tonight.
Wait, what about White Tigers?
It's a nickname that I was given this past weekend.
Oh.
White Tiger with two Y's.
White Tiger?
Yeah.
Like Tiger?
Tiger, like
the card.
the ferocious animal.
Or Tiger.
Yeah, like white, like
Ti-
tiger. Yeah.
Tiger.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume you're talking about the land, and
Sure.
so this is a Naya colored land.
Or a revised white bordered.
No, just a Naya colored dual land, tri-land.
Is a white tiger.
Yep.
Yep.
Ben, 19, polluted Delta, cracked it, cost him a life.
Best Concept Talk here card.
Polluted
I'm seeing it
Delta.
here. Island for Kyle. Unsurprising.
So you got lots of people that love you as White Tiger.
I guess so. Yeah.
I know, this is great. Oh, Thoughtseize.
He's gonna look at a brainstorm. 2 back to basics Stasis.
That's not bad.
Couple
That's
lands, yeah.
not the worst thing I've seen.
No, it does look like Ben has an Abrupt Decay, so.
But does he have 3 Abrupt Decays?
Does he have 3? Unlikely. Interesting, Kyle chooses not to hide those back to basics from his Thoughtseize.
So he takes Stasis.
Yep.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess like, no, actually, yeah, I just don't, because I would just you have the Abrupt Decay for one of the back to basics, get him off the back to basics, because I think back to basics is the more powerful card in this matchup.
Yep. Certainly
But-
in the early game, I would agree with you. He
Uh,
also has to hold up to Abrupt Decay here, but it looks like he may have just drawn the second one, so not
all right.
sure
Well,
on that.
sometimes
no.
when you do good, you do good.
Right, that's why it's in your deck.
Yeah, you gotta party a little bit.
Yeah.
Now when you party, All right. We're talking like 1980s party.
Ben is ready to party. So end of turn
Brainstorm.
Can't say I'm too thrilled to see that.
I think that was a Keranos land and is that show? No, propaganda.
There's the propaganda.
All right. I was like, show and tell?
Yeah.
What did he sapboard into? How great would that be though? He's like, I was on Stasis, now I'm on show and tell.
Yes.
Bam.
Would certainly make cards like Abrupt Decay not that good.
Could you do that? That's what 16 cards that you would need?
Yeah, you could just
Yeah.
cut a
Probably
sneak
now.
and show. You could
Yeah,
do
yeah,
15 that way.
Yeah. A sneak attack? Is
Or
that what
sneak
you-
attack.
Yeah.
Sneak attack.
Yeah. Cut 2 cards and cut a sneak and show.
Right. You don't want to do that.
Alright, Kyle at 19. Off that fetch.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and shuffle away some cards from that brainstorm and
Sweet
turn.
foil Misty Rainforest.
Likely to just run it up back to basics here. Should
Yeah.
get Abrupt Decay.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
Because I think at this point, Kyle wants the. I think he'd rather have an abrupt back to basics Abrupt Decay than the propaganda. Because the propaganda is going to draw up the game for a little bit.
Yeah, for a little while. See how many lands Ben has in his hand.
Well, I mean, like he'll get to attack, which
Did
is
you just pass?
yeah, I think so.
That is very surprising. With 3-man enchantments in your hand, it seems like you need to just start running them out.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how it's going to get better as the game goes on.
Yeah, because he took the forces out, so I'm not
Yeah.
100%.
Multiple wastelands in Ben's hand, not going to do great work.
What are you talking about? Wasteland OP
Wasteland does feel OP sometimes.
against islands.
Yeah. And Gaia's Cradle.
Gay is great.
Yeah.
Oh, see, we differ on that.
Yeah.
I gotta go Gaia's. Gaia's Cradle.
Cradle.
Yeah. I took a lot of mythology classes though, so
Pecan pie, pecan pie.
it's pecan.
It is.
It is pecan. All right. How do you say orange? How do you say that?
Orange.
Do you? It's orange.
Orange.
Orange. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's an A.
Like an orangutan.
No, it's an orangutan. It's orangutan.
Yeah. Or is it?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Then I pick up some stuff from my Jersey-born parents, so like both instead of like it's
Right.
I don't know.
We've fallen under a stasis here, or seem to be unable to
Yeah.
get back
There's
onto
some
the game.
shuffling.
Not really much happening with Kyle passing with 3 islands up.
Did we miss a?
We did.
I've only
we
done
miss
one fetch. Yeah.
Ben just looking to play a threat here.
Not gonna do it though.
And hold up the back to basics, which is
Hey,
gonna be
there's
hard.
that wasteland.
It is hard. And that wasteland suggests, there's probably not another land in Ben's hand, which is going to make it tough for him to play a threat.
No,
and,
isn't there another wasteland?
another colored land, excuse me.
Oh,
It's going to make it hard for him to deploy a threat and hold up a
so this is a pithing needle.
Yeah,
I have to imagine Morale's a wreck. That's the only thing he's seeing.
I would think so, yeah.
I'll go check on that.
Okay.
Yell at the chat. Just verbally abuse them.
All right, chat, here it comes. Here's the verbal abuse. Are you ready? It is Jace the Mind Sculptor is the name. Thank you, Kyle.
go ahead and get that up on the screen for you.
Did you see what it was?
Yes, Jace the Mind Sculptor.
Did you break chat? Did you
Hopefully
break
not.
it?
Just changed Jace the Mind Sculptor and
All right, fair
get that
enough.
positioned in here. Propaganda going to come down. Kyle may be choosing to not play an enchantment last turn, knowing that Ben has to hold up a Replicate, and thinking that it's really best if he just makes Ben waste his mana.
Oh, that's fair. I'm okay with that.
Looks like Ben did draw an Underground Sea, so if he has a Death Ray Shaman or a Delver, he will be able to deploy it here.
Yeah, I don't know. And Calcifer asking, telling Moobot to follow them. And no, that's not the point. That's not Moobot saying that. It's me via Moobot saying, hey, listen. Hey, listen! And then colon. I'm not quite sure why I put a colon. I put exclamation mark and then colon.
Yeah.
Don't know why.
Yeah.
Rolling with it. It's good things. It's good things. So what do we... All right, just kicking it back.
Just kicking it back. So
Is that another propaganda? Ooh.
here's another propaganda.
So I wonder if Ben just didn't... Yeah, because Ben can't play anything here
Right.
because back to basics then comes down.
Right. It is one of those interesting positions where the threat of the card is almost better than the card itself.
Yeah,
If Kyle were to just run out his back to basics, they would be killed immediately. But as it is, Ben is really.
However, here's a
stuck on
Thoughtseize
that.
that's going to come down.
Yep.
Land and 2 back to basics. All right, so... All right. So Ben at 14 from that Thoughtseize. Kyle is winning this race.
He is.
Yes.
Certainly is for right now.
Yeah, and that... Oh, he doesn't have another card for Force of Will.
No blue card.
No. Oh, all right.
Ancestral Visions.
This is going to help.
Quite a good card. So a
Yep.
few turns away, but really going to help Kyle pull ahead if it resolves.
Yeah, and so this is another interesting situation too, because if Kyle goes back, well, okay, he doesn't have 2 back to basics in hand anymore.
Right.
Never mind, forget it.
Yeah.
I probably would have run out the back to basics last turn.
But Ben's still I think it's the same thing though. Ben's still really stuck on mana here.
Yeah.
If he had 2 green, he could play the Sylvan Library and really start to make some things happen. But if he taps that green mana, he will not, and he's just going to go ahead and do it.
Oh, so there's a spell pierce and a force though. So Force is live.
The Force is live,
Force is live.
but Sylvan Library had better find Ben a green mana, or this is going to be ugly for him.
That's another Ancestral Visions though. So, yeah, Ben can't force that fast enough.
Yeah, of course.
Ben going to go down to 13. Kyle doing a hell of a job just beating Ben's face. Like in this Stasis deck, I appreciate the amount of pressure he's putting on Ben.
Right.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
He's just getting him with those fetch lands.
Yeah. The fetch lands and the we're gonna put this over there. I'm gonna make it dance a little bit. Make it dance. Make it dance. Make it. Let's talk about how shitty Kyle's lands are and that they aren't foil judge lands. Sasquatch says in chat. I don't want to do that.
No.
They could be foil. I'll give him that.
Yep.
They could be foil judge lands. All right. I agree. We'll get them to get those.
So in an interesting spot, Kyle with 2 propagandas and 2 visions stacked up against the Sylvan Library for Ben.
Ben doesn't have a clock.
He does
Like-
not. He does not at all. So
I mean,
definitely,
there's something, but
Yeah.
like, it's not going to be enough because once those 2 visions come off, like, Kyle is very much in this game, assuming that they're not the absolute worst.
right.
So,
Delver and Tarmogoyf in the top 3 cards for Ben.
Tarmogoyf, what he needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still not in a position where he's going to want to tap out, spend 4 mana each turn to cast the Goyf, but fine for now, and
Yeah.
he's likely going to be able to abrupt decay away some of those propagandas down the line and start getting in.
Yeah, imagine we'll see an abrupt decay at the end of Kyle's turn, or at end of Kyle's turn.
All right, using the Deathrite Shaman for the green mana.
I mean, that's a thing too.
Yep.
All right, so Goyf is at 4. I'll go ahead and put the Goyf counter up. The die, I think, is probably just as good, but
I believe we're missing sorcery or creature.
all right. And instant is getting out. So there's what? Enchantment, land.
Ooh,
Oh!
misdirection
Oh!
for the abrupt decay.
Oh, goodness.
Spending all 5 mana.
Oh,
Oof.
man.
That is a
Oh,
that's
God.
that's a big play.
And the death rate doesn't get to deal any damage this turn because it ate the land.
It is possible
Oh,
that
man.
Kyle wanted to aim that at the Sylvan Library. The propagandist keeping the Goyf tap, but in either case, a huge play.
I don't like the Sylvan Library. Like he hasn't seen it. Like Ben doesn't have any fetch lands in play.
Right.
Like I can understand. Like you, I agree. That's probably not a bad play.
Yep.
But I mean, Kyle's also got all these bad boys that are coming off.
Yeah, and this Visions is gonna resolve. It looks like.
Yeah. He's got Ben's got what, another abrupt decay.
Two abrupt decays, or one abrupt decay, and
oh man.
This Visions is going to be big.
I love misdirection.
Oof, it is.
It's oh god.
Yep. So no misdirection in this case, but but the Visions will resolve. Here's a Blood Moon.
Ooh, that's good. That's pretty good.
Ben's going to be able to cast that, and
yeah.
looks like he also has a
God,
Jason
and
Mind Sculptor.
he can go Jace and Blood Moon.
Well, the Pithing Needle is on Jace.
Oh, it's true, but he can still get it out at least.
He can certainly cast it. Yeah.
Oh wow. Wowzy, wowzy, wows.
He's gonna go ahead and cast it. It looks like he agrees with you.
All right, so Kyle gonna go down to 18 from that.
He may as well just cast it if he finds something to deal with the Pithing Needle on his next Visions.
Yeah.
That Jace is really gonna just
exactly
take this game away.
And like, I mean, you already fetched, Kyle. So wait, what's happening here? They're questioning things. Okay. All right, so I guess he just is passing it back.
Yeah, if the Delver
blind. Oh, wait, I guess it's not a blind flip. Never mind. I was about to say sometimes you blind flip like a champ. You can't say that in this scenario. There's a Sylvan Library out there.
Indeed.
Sometimes you got a party.
Right.
You got a Sylvan Library party.
Yep.
Party at the library.
Yeah, exactly, Jeffrey K. The Jace will just die to the Flip Delver, which, like Mark pointed out, it's almost a certainty with the library in play.
All right, so Deathrite eating a land in order to fuel this Ponder. Which, okay. Let me see. I'm not. So land, Tarmogoyf, and another Delver, I believe, were the 3 that we saw on top.
Yep. Delver's gonna start the attacks here.
Yeah. Okay. Getting in for 3. Kyle gonna go down to 15. Let's see here. Another ancestral. Like so. If Kyle rips a Stasis here, that's big.
Yes, it is.
Because especially if he goes like if he had gotten like a Stasis and a Ralzarek, like you're just in the money.
Yep.
Well, I see a Ralzarek, so he does have the Ralzarek, so he can just go ahead.
And the Ral should just be able to kill the Delver, which
wow.
is a huge play here.
Not only did he not need to, he actually couldn't do it with Moon in play. What? Didn't realize he fetched to cast.
Oh, he actually couldn't fetch.
So okay, so he fetched in response to the Blood Moon. I'm guessing is what happened.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, I do too. It's a little too late.
Well, imagine that's the case.
Yeah.
Unlikely to have affected things there.
I always forget Ralzarek is 4.
Yep. Probably just going to kill the Delver here. And now Kyle's in.
It is just a bolt effect, correct?
It is.
Okay. I mean, that Tarmogoyf is still going to come down. Oh! All right, well, that's another propaganda. So that's good things.
Yep, but like the chat's pointing out, these propagandas only prevent attacks or impact attacks towards the player.
Oh, that's true.
Not
That's
towards
very true.
the planeswalkers. So.
Yeah. All right. So that's okay. Oh, rough. Let's see. Yeah, he can't once Blood Moon is in play, but he did it in response. Yeah, I was wondering why. Yeah, I mean that's the only thing that I can think of. Is he was like, I want one more island.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, so this Glaive can't come down. Oh,
So
I think Kyle turned a corner here, I think. And
he's in a huge position here. Yeah, the Blood Moon shutting down Ben's mana. Propagandas.
so we're still going to see a Glaive come down just because of that death right.
Yeah. And that goes.
So I almost wonder if you kill the... Well, no, because then Resurrect still dies there. Yeah, so... let's get this Glaive counter up. They're so nice to actually put the die there. So, okay, Glaive's pretty big.
He is. And Ben with the lands to pay for the propagandas, but
Oh. He's a 7/6. Glaive just got a lot better. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Kyle's still with that stranded Jason hand.
Yeah.
Looks like he may have a second Ralzeric, so he could choose to just fire this first one off with the Deathrite Shaman.
Or try to kill the Tarmogoyf.
Or kill the Termagant.
Yeah, so just go...
Is there a Planeswalker in the graveyard already?
Oh, no.
So Ral
Yeah.
would bump up the Goyf to a 6/7.
Yeah. Unless it's a Keranos, which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which would be alive.
It would be live.
Nope, it's a Resurrect. You're right. Oh, but he can tap down the Goyf, right?
Yeah, but it untaps immediately. It's
Oh, yeah, that's true.
so Kyle choosing to
Okay.
really do nothing with his Ralzeric here.
So, is Kyle obligated to tell Ben that propaganda does not work towards Planeswalkers?
No. If,
Okay.
Certainly, if Ben asks.
Yeah,
then-
well,
then
he can't
Kyle
lie.
We'll have to tell him, but
Yeah, okay.
yep. So really don't understand that play from Kyle there. Ben should just be able to kill Ralzeric
Yeah.
by attacking it.
All right, so there's a needle off camera, in case anybody's wondering why Jace the Mind Sculptor is just kind of randomly on there.
Yep.
Okay. So,
Tarmogoyf.
yeah. Oh, all right. Good guy, Kyle, pointing out that he doesn't actually have to pay.
Yes.
All
Right.
right. All right. Oh.
So to your question, Kyle.
So it's friendly though. So
Yep.
this is really interesting though. All right, so Goyf is bigger now. But Deathrite's running out of lands.
It is, but
I think you just kill the Delver here.
yeah,
Right.
I think you have to.
No, don't kill the Deathrite Shaman. There's no lands left in the yard.
No. No, the Delver and
Oh.
the Tarmogoyf can't both attack, so
Yeah. But I don't know. Yeah, we're reading chat. Turkish yum. Turkish yum. I'm gonna call you yam. Yeah, we're definitely reading chat. This game's pretty engrossing, so I'm not on it as much as I actually should be. But no, we always try to make sure we're following chat. So Kyle gonna go down to
he takes 3 from the Delver, which
no, Ralzeric got the Delver.
he was at
Kyle just got Goyf,
right, he was at
so he's at 9.
Yep.
Hopefully, let me go make sure that they know that Tarmogoyf is correct. I leave this to you, okay?
We believe it's a 6/7.
Yeah, we believe it is like that.
All right. This is a tournament. This is round 4 here of the Thursday Night Legacy at MTG Card Market. We're here with WUBRG on Twitch and Hitbox. We're watching Blue Red Stasis and Bug Delver here. Players are checking the graveyards to make sure we got the Tarmogoyf die correct. With both enchantments and planeswalkers, you'd expect Goyf to be potentially a 6/7, but I know we have sorceries. An instance, yeah, it looks like they're resolving that. So
Okay.
Goif is a 6/7.
Goif is a 6/7.
Yeah, I believe they marked life totals and
There's-
then left the die at 5. So
There's one. No, they did not mark the life totals
but
correctly.
they are fixing it now.
Yeah, they fixed it.
But the,
Yeah.
but the die remains at 6.
We know.
Yeah.
We know. Jesus Christ, Tyler. So Turkish Yam Yam. So Stasis, he actually did really well on Monday. If you go to our YouTube channel, which luckily the link is right above that, if you tuned in after the Moobot spammed the link, then I can give you the link. But he actually did a deck tech at the end of our broadcast on Monday, which again is up on our YouTube channel. It's also up on it's on our website under videos. There's a number of different ways that you can find it. Feel free to PM me or post something on our Facebook. However, which way you want to get in touch, and I'll make sure I get the link directly to you. We've got it time stamped and everything, so it should be pretty easy to find. Yeah, there's not a lot. There was a Gugari charm though.
A Golgari charm,
So that's
Yeah.
not going to do a lot.
which Ben declines to cast.
Well, I mean, you can't.
Uh,
You got nothing.
why not?
Blood Moon.
Oh, Blood Moon, of course.
Blood Moon. Come on.
Yep.
Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so it
so
looks,
those are
looks
rough.
like the lock here.
Oh wait. So okay. So no, Kyle's still at 9 then because he played the Stasis, right?
No.
He's at 3?
He did do 3. Yeah. So one more land will allow the Delver to attack.
So, but he can't find it. Oh wow. Wowsy wows. Oh wow. All right.
So
So
we'll see with the Sylvan Library. Ben looking for one more land,
Kyle needs a Rouser Rag.
but he's able to find it. Yeah, not able to find anything.
Yeah, Kyle. There's another Stasis. Yeah. Oh, Kyle's just scooping it up? Wait, I mean the propaganda saves him though, right? The third propaganda.
Yeah, it's unclear.
So I don't know why he picked it
there.
up. I don't know.
Not sure.
I'm not sure. I'll go ask him why he conceded.
Yeah.
Tyler, I'm gonna put your pretty face back on here. All right.
All right. Close out the night.
Talk it up. Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll get another match. We don't know.
Give it a try.
We don't know. Good. Chase the Mind Sculptor.
Lots of good
I just
text.
like doing that. It's fun. It's
Yeah.
fun. All right,
Why
so I'm
not?
going to try to get into the match / ask Kyle while he scoops it up.
All right. Well, we just saw Blue Red Stasis concede to Bug Delver in Game 3. It must be out of win conditions. Spike Mo, good to see you too. Yeah, I can't say I know the full list that we'd have for the Blue Red Stasis list here, but. Jeffrey K, maybe you can come by sometime and get to meet Mark. Good guy putting together WUBRG and keeping the stream rolling. TX Rager, yes, it does look like Bug 1. That was the handshake extended from Stasis.
I'll keep him in the back of my chair more.
Yeah.
All right. So Kyle just got a little too hasty and drew and didn't pay for Stasis.
Okay.
So
At which point, shouldn't the Stasis just die?
Yeah.
Right. Listen, so why did he concede?
because then he gets to untap his lands.
But I thought he drew another Stasis.
I don't know.
Not sure.
Not entirely sure. Yeah, no, Bug didn't concede. Bug got it in 2. Everybody else is actually done. So
All right.
we're done for the night, guys.
Wow.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Really appreciated it. Turkish Yam Yam, like I said, let me know if, let me see, did we see, let me know if you need, yes, Dr. Derp, your chat is in red. Turkish Yum Yum, we are located in Chicago. So if you're in the area, definitely come out. We play at Card Market on Thursdays.
Yep.
Mondays at Chicagoland Games. And let me know if you want to see that deck tech. I'll make sure I get you the link. But yeah, so yeah, I don't know. I think that's about it.
Had a good night. Got to see lots of different legacy decks.
I know.
Some beautiful sneak and show deck.
We found out that you guys are obsessed with Tyler,
Yeah.
so that's nice. That's nice.
Goodbye, Dr.
I'll
Derp.
have to give him back on. Dr. Derp, you have a great night. Yeah, so yeah, all right. Well, cool, guys.
That was it.
That's going to be it for us. Make sure if you liked us, follow us on here. Like us on our Facebook. Follow us on the Twitter. I don't know. Just look at all of our social media properties. We've got a few. Moobot so graciously spits them out. And we'll be back Monday at 7 o'clock Central Time on both Twitch and Hitbox. So definitely check us out. And again, definitely appreciate everybody tuning in. Awesome to have the viewer support. And I think that's going to be it. Yeah. So
Glad to
thank
bring
you.
the stream. Thanks, Spike Mo. Thanks
Yeah.
everybody for tuning in. You guys make this possible.
All right, but with that, we're gonna call it quits. Yep. Pick up that wrapper. Nope. No, Pino. All right, I'll go pick that up. All right, guys. We'll see you later. Bye. Your wave didn't get on camera. Wave on camera so I can stop this.
All right.
Thank you.
There you go.
Bye, guys.